Well, how about that? All kinds of mischief, ready and willing and able, right?
Yep.
Here we are with more mischief on Torn Tuesday.
On a rainy Torn Tuesday.
A rainy, dripping, wet, soggy,
cloudy.
Be careful. You know, we have real precipitation.
Well, what was fun is
which is unusual for LA. They have
when
real
I was
weather.
driving up and I'm coming up the Hollywood freeway, you know, you can see the Hollywood sign, you can see the Griffith Observatory.
Yes.
And the sun was coming underneath the clouds off in the west.
Yeah.
But there's like these little teeny cloud things kind of clinging to little bits of the mountains. It's really cool. If it weren't for traffic, that's what I would have been looking at.
I agree. I mean, I kind of like the quality of how the particularly dirty air quality in LA
goes away.
All of a sudden it gets clean. There's clean air to breathe after we get nice rainstorms. It's really nice.
It's the only time we get clean air.
Isn't that amazing?
And
it is.
And the day after is the day that you want to go to a nice high point in the city to see stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, you're right. A nice elevated point, like up in Runyon Canyon, we can look up. It's only 2,800 feet up. You can see all of the LA basin. And on a very clear day, you can see all the way to the Queen Mary, which is at Long Beach Harbor.
Wow! So
all the way from right here.
From here, you can't, because when you go to Getty, Palos Verdes is in the way of Long Beach.
Palos Verdes gets in the way of your view from up there. Yeah.
But from Griffith, it's fine too. You can see it from Griffith.
Hello, everybody. We have a live show.
We do totally.
And we're talking about the weather. We're talking about as hobbits.
Because we have weather.
Because hobbits have to talk about the weather and cute little curiosities about our local environment. Yeah. It is very Hobbit-like of us to talk about curiosities that are happening around us. It's the only thing we can have to entertain ourselves. Is the fact that LA has
weather,
a light drizzle.
Food.
LA has a light drizzle, and it becomes Storm Watch on Eyewitness News on Channel 9.
Well,
from a drizzle. From a drizzle. That's what we get.
But the high winds knocking over, I don't know how many trucks got knocked over on the 14.
That's
so
serious, though. The high winds, yeah.
Yeah, 85 miles an hour winds.
What? Really?
85 mile an hour.
85 mile gusts?
I was listening to the weather traffic and traffic reports on the way up, because for me, it was a 2-hour drive. Because I live in South Orange County, so for me, weather and traffic are big deals.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here safe and sound.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Back scratcher!
Back scratcher!
Back scratcher! No, sorry. Here on Torn Tuesday, this is the OneRing.net, hosted and powered by XSN, your shopping network online. And I have a very special program for you. This is our usual weekly Mischief magazine, our online streaming show. Today we're talking about the 2015 J.R.R. Tolkien gift guide, a guide that was created on the main page of the OneRing.net for all you Ringer fans out there trying to figure out what to get for that fantasy fan that's on your list. And here we are with my lovely friend, Garfay Mal from the OneRing.net. I'm Quick Beam. We have been staffers on the One Ring for a long while.
That's so long.
I'm also the writer-producer of Ringer's Lord of the Fans, and we are all on the OneRing.net, and we do like public events with all the fans.
I was going to bring the book, The People's Guide to J.R.R. Tolkien.
You're going to bring that?
Oh. That was one of the things I was going to bring.
I should have brought my own copy.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I could text someone and have them bring it down the hill. I'm only 2 blocks away. A lively show, constituted in large part, not just by what we present here today, but with our live chatters that we're talking with.
Hi, everybody.
You can join them on Colloquy. If you go to the Colloquy chat, find yourself at the OneRing.net. You can also use Ustream, and everything that we have is at theonering.net/live, where this is also being power-fed through the magic of the interwebs. Check out the Tolkien gift guide at theonering.net, like we have here in our graphic. Look at that. Look at the little graphic we have, shop.theonering.net, where you can get this t-shirt, the Hobbit Star Wars mashup. May the Schwartz be with you. I mean, may the
Whereas
dwarves.
I just went whole hog Force Awakens.
Yep, there's an over-blending of fandoms on today's show, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, there will be some non-Lord of the Rings, non-Hobbit stuff, but we'll do, we'll kind of mix things in. So right now we've got the Risk game, and this is the trilogy edition.
I'm so into this. This is the Lord of the Rings version of Risk. Have you guys seen this map of Middle-earth? Let me turn this upside right. Yeah. That's a game board.
Because the first edition that came out only went this far on the map.
Yeah,
so
it
when
only
they
went
did
that far.
So when they did the trilogy edition, they brought in some of the other races down in the south, Haradrim and beyond.
This is the first thing that caught my eye because this is awesome.
Yeah. It's everybody and everything.
I spot a Lord of the Rings Risk board game. You're right, Spirited Book. He's watching us all the way from Orlando. Hello there on the live chat. We've got other fans who are with us from around the world. Fans are here from London, all across North and South America and Europe. It's a lively show. Join the chat and come talk with us. We even have a hotline. 530 number 6 number 4 FRODO. 530-64 Frodo. Do you know why?
So you can
For Frodo.
for Frodo.
For Frodo. That's why.
People want to know
Charge.
why it's like the shopping network thing. It's like because it's the holidays and
Of course.
there's gifts.
We have so many gifts to talk about, and why
Don't
wouldn't
worry,
we choose?
we'll get into the Force Awakens later.
Why wouldn't we choose this particular time of year to talk to everybody about the best gift ideas and the coolest ringer stuff that you can get out there in the marketplace? And Shop XSN is powering the online engine of our streaming, and they're an exciting new online geek network for which I host. I'm the daytime and nighttime host for XSN, where we talk to geeks about cosplay merchandise, custom-made rings from Badali Jewelry.
But it's also about the Hobbit gift guide that we publish every year.
Yes, of course.
It's one of our most popular
Yes,
posts
yes,
every
yes.
single year.
I'm just
Yes.
getting to that. That is
14
precisely true.
years
In
we've
case,
got
in case the folks behind the scenes cannot hear that little voice from the man behind the curtain, the man who's not on the microphone, we're just getting to the energetic reaction that fans have every year on theonering.net. Yeah, we will be talking about Star Wars, but spoiler-free environment for that. But when you go to theonering.net, one of the biggest stories we put together every year is our suggestion guide for what Tolkien-related gifts you can get for the holiday season.
And most of it is newer stuff, but occasionally we pop up traditionally older things that are still available or still can be found or can at least be eBayed.
Yes,
so
thank
again,
God
we're
for
going
the secondary market on eBay. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going back to Monopoly. This is also a trilogy
You haven't
edition.
even opened this one up.
I have not opened this one up because my family doesn't want to play it yet because the kids haven't seen the film, so they don't want to play it and they don't want to have the lands kind of spoil their experience.
The board game's not going to spoil the experience of watching the movie.
Talk to my sister.
You're
Please,
kidding.
Talk to my sister.
Really?
Talk to my sister.
So they didn't want to play. This is a wonderful version of Monopoly. Over here at Fat Collectibles on the sidewall,
We did the Star Wars
they've got a bunch
version.
of Monopoly ones.
We played the Star Wars edition a few years ago.
This is awesome. Oh, look at who's
And this
some
one's got a
characters inside.
special rule because of the fact that it's got the Eye of Sauron and it's got the ring.
Oh yeah, evil ring inside the box and an Eye of Sauron special die. That's cool. It's very cool.
And then, now, this one is probably the most important edition of any of the games that came out of Lord of the Rings, and it's the Trivial Pursuit. And the reason why it's special is one of the answers refers to Torn,
Yes,
theonering.net.
refers to us, the Wondering.net.
And
Isn't that funny?
I should have pulled the question out, but I did not pull the question out.
You
But
can find it online though.
well, the question's easy. It's what's the largest Lord of the Rings fan website on the web?
Yep, that's us,
We're the answer.
thewondering.net.
So
How cool is
imagine
that?
how thrilled we were when this puppy came out.
Now, in general terms, now there's a lot of other Tolkien trivia board games and card games that are out there, some of which I have right here. Now, these cards are from the other Lord of the Rings trivia game that revolve around the book, only the content
Book.
of Tolkien's original book.
This one is movie trilogy
movie trivia only. Only movie trivia,
And it
right?
also has a ring because what would it be without a ring?
Of course, there's a ring in
There's
every.
always a ring.
There's a ring in every box.
There's a ring in every box.
There's a ring in every Cracker Jack box. And if Sauron's evil rings were just dime a dozen, wouldn't it be a lot easier to deal with the world? Wouldn't it? These are
yeah.
so cool. I'm so glad that you've got these out of your gaming closet. This is a very
Yes.
clever game that was introduced by Cryptozoic. It's a card deck building game. Now,
And it's not open, so we
yeah,
can
look,
post
we're
it back.
showing a whole little spread of some of the great stuff.
Some of the best games out there.
Yeah, really fun.
So this one,
Cryptozoic has made a
here's
lovely
your,
game
your,
for
your
us.
pictures of all of your
Well, we're
cards.
going to have to hold this up. There you
Yeah.
go, see?
Yeah.
Right here is what your cards look like in this deck building game. And it's $40. This is the Fellowship of the Ring. There's also a Two Towers And also there will be a Return of the King versions of these.
So they continue to build.
Yeah, you can build different weapons, characters, and you play against the game itself. It's very clever.
And see, I let him talk about the games because I know he's played more of them than I have.
Just a couple. just played a couple of those games.
He's a little bit more gamey than me.
No, I love the tabletop gaming experience. For me, is always fun because it brings together certain personalities at the table, and that always makes a gaming experience more fun.
Oh, Ted
Oh,
Naismith
yes.
did the artwork on this one.
I like this game. You haven't opened up this one either.
No, shall we open it so we can look and see if there's
Yeah.
any more artwork in there?
There's some cool stuff in here. This Hobbit board game.
Are we able to get
In
on
the
there
next
and
few
chat?
moments. Okay, so what level of spoilers talk about with us? Yes. So I have heard through the grapevine that they're going to do Marvel movies Phase 1 and Marvel Phase 2, and then eventually Phase 3, all in separate boxed sets.
Box sets, yes.
Have you heard about that too?
Yeah, they're already available.
They're already available?
The
Jeez.
1 and 2 are because they exist.
Yeah.
Ready to move into,
But
I think,
shopping, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen any retail store that, I guess it's all online now.
well, yeah, check Amazon if you can.
I've never seen Marvel Phase 1 Blu-rays. Yeah, how cool is that, though?
Yeah.
Oh, not Marvel Haze 1.
Because that would be bad and evil.
Marvel Phase 1. Well, well, well.
Can you
What
see us?
have we here?
Can you hear us?
Santa Claus. Ooh, I'm really scared. Had to. Sorry, it's Christmas time. Well, we were trying to do a live show, and the gremlins got in the microwave, and as luck would have it, wouldn't you know, things happened. We went offline, and now we're back. Hello, is everybody there?
Gremlins, they were feeding them after midnight.
And then we ended up putting them in the microwave. And then what happened? The microwave wouldn't work, so the problem got worse. So we want to say hello back to the worldwide interwebs. And we're back. This is Clifford Broadway and Kathy Udoch, my lovely friend. We're all here trying to do this wonderful not podcast,
and
but
somebody on the chat,
live
let
cast.
us know that you can see us, because they're talking about favorite movies.
Yeah, talking about favorite movies, but Spirited Book says yes. Does that mean yes? We're back.
Woo!
We're doing our live show, theonering.net, and there's a little bit of a lag, but because of the strange weather patterns that we were just joking about, Los Angeles, under so much moisture and rain, it interferes with the wireless, and it gets a little wanky, but welcome aboard, and we're going to continue our lovely gift-giving guide, exploring all great Tolkien and fantasy merch that you can get for your loved ones and your Ringer fans that are on your Christmas gift list. You only got a couple of days left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shop tomorrow.
Only a couple of days left.
And you have to go places to shop, because unfortunately the things that are available only online won't get there in time. Unless they don't care and you just want to show them a receipt. And then go wild on the internet.
That's really good. So Kathy, online as Garfemao, which is that Mandarin for Garfield?
It's actually Cantonese.
It's Cantonese.
Garfield the cat.
Cantonese
Yeah.
for Garfield the cat. And
Garfei being a sound alike and Mao.
Mao, which is the Chinese for meow. And good, we're all here, we're live. I'm online as QuickBeam2000 on Twitter, and QuickBeam at theonering.net. Oh, okay, only a minute lag. It's not so bad, looking good.
Yay.
We were just talking a few moments ago. I know that you guys were with us, but now we're going to get another audience that's rejoining us live at theonering.net/live. And a quick reminder, we're being powered tonight by Shop XSN, your shopping network, which is the newest and coolest online shopping network just for geek and nerd merchandise and cool stuff for cosplayers
Our
and fans.
people.
Our peeps.
Our people.
And I, Clifford Broadway, am your amiable host. What were we talking about earlier? Oh, yeah. The reason why this caught my eye, and it's worth a revisit, is because this version of Risk is a really hard to find version now, except for eBay, because it was like the first
got it on the
version.
back.
Well, it's got on the
see.
back. Look.
Yeah.
The first version of this, see, came out with only a partial map of Middle-earth. Partial. Now this is the full map of Middle-earth that actually lets you play Risk all the way to Mordor. Why would you buy the first version when you can't even take the ring and finish the game in Mordor? But
Nope.
that's really one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one in a long time because they're getting harder and harder to find.
I got one.
You're a lucky girl. Lucky girl.
And
So-
I had never played Risk before I got that, and so it's a lot of fun.
Well, Justin's not on again, Marfels, because he's actually quite busy at the moment, behind the curtain, pulling magical strings and
He's the
levers.
puppet master. Good
yes,
puppet master.
He's the puppet master.
He's
so
like, who can come help? And so, hello, I drove 2 hours to be able to help.
in the rain. It's really lovely to have you here.
I love
so
it too.
what do we got?
Okay, so now we've got some books.
We've we've covered a bunch of really cool
Yeah.
board games, and we missed one.
Well, that's because
Was
we're
that for
still
later?
on Lord of the Rings stuff.
Oh, I thought you just
Yeah.
wanted to interject a board game because it was still.
We'll do.
We have little surprises
We are
to show
looking
you
at
later.
these books down here, as you can see. Now, this one here is Tolkien, the release of Beowulf, which Tolkien was, of his time, the foremost scholar in
Yes, he was.
Anglo-Saxon translations and in the story of Beowulf. And so when this puppy came out, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, everyone was so eager to go see it. And now they've released his translation of The Fall of Arthur.
Yes,
well.
the Fall of Arthur as well.
So, which is next on that's on my wish list.
And they released Kullervo.
Oh, that's right, Kullervo.
Yes.
His very first attempt at writing a story.
From the Finnish sagas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is And it's got a lot of notes and things like that in it as well. So you'll get the actual story, but then you'll get notes on why certain translations are translated the way they are.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of translations of Beowulf out there, and they're all just a little bit different.
They are indeed.
Because that's the way of translations.
There's a very popular translation. I don't know the name of the author off the top of my head, but I'll be able to find it rather quickly. Let me Google that for you, .com. But this one,
I'll talk about.
This one stands to be a proper replacement because it was buried for a very long time. Tolkien's scholarship on Beowulf was the one thing that increased students wanting to join the language syllabus at Oxford.
Yeah.
You know, there was two distinct courses in language arts and in English. There was literature and language. There were two camps, and one camp was always suffering with lower student attendance. When Professor Tolkien became a professor and became really famous all around the countryside in Oxford for his booming voice and his crazy storytelling style of doing the Beowulf thing, it attracted so many more students to join the language portion of the classes.
You weren't at.
It's really amazing.
Were you at the ELF convention in New Jersey?
I wish I had gone to that.
Michael Drought is a professor at a school in Massachusetts, and he does basically the same kind of position. He does language arts and Middle Earth, or not Middle Earth, but Middle English style languages and Anglo-Saxon. So he's got pretty much a comparable position in linguistics. And so he did this wonderful set of presentations, and he starts pretty much the same way at the back of the room with no microphone, reading Beowulf in the original Anglo-Saxon, basically the first stanza.
Yeah.
So as he walks into the room.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
And then he launches into whatever you're speaking of, which is you know, the mythology of kings or whatever. But it's a really affecting way of realizing that these sagas were all spoken.
Indeed, they were. And that is a direct
Which is
reflection.
one of the best ways when I hear people tell me how hard it is for them to read The Lord of the Rings.
Beowulf translation.
When it's hard for them to read The Lord of the Rings, I tell a lot of people, start reading it out loud.
Yes,
Because
definitely
the
start
songs
reading
in
it out
particular
loud.
and some of the ways that some of the races speak work really, really well out loud. And so when people are having trouble getting through such a big set of books, read it out loud. Of course, it gets really
totally
hard to
agree
read.
with that.
1,100 pages out loud would be a little hard, but once you've gotten into it, it's so easy. This I brought because this, what?
Slate, the online magazine, very popular online destination, slate.com, actually provided in May of 2014 a review of Professor Tolkien's version of Beowulf. And it's really, really cool. According to Tolkien's son, Christopher, the typescript, which was, quote, on very thin paper, is in poor condition. The original typescript was all they found stuffed away in some old boxes. Believe it or not, the fact that these papers were rescued and that we can even have this version of Beowulf, it's great that Christopher Tolkien is still able to dig and discover through his father's notes.
And I think he's gotten to the age where he knows that if it's going to get out there, he's got to go find it and, and dig it out.
He said the right-hand edges were darkly discolored and in some cases badly broken or torn away. And in this quality, he says it bears an odd resemblance to the Beowulf manuscript itself. You know, almost consumed in an 18th century fire, the edges of the leaves are scorched and subsequently crumbled. Wow. That sense of precariousness that we almost didn't get Tolkien's Beowulf at all, it makes for a great Christmas gift, especially for hardcore readers who are digging that English lit side of things, you know?
Okay, I'm going to pull one of these puppies out.
All right. Bye-bye, Marfles. Thank you, Marfles, for joining us live on the chat. We're responding to you guys live in our live chat right here. It's great to have you join us on the show.
Now, the reason why I have, this is not my reading copy of the trilogy.
No, these are extraordinary. These are the hardcovers
and
that have all the Alan Lee art.
Yes, they've got art in here somewhere.
Yeah, they have some color pieces.
Oh, there we go.
So there's some really nice color.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, really nice full color pieces from Alan Lee. Looks great. Okay, no, hold it where he was just switching to the camera.
I was trying to figure out which Mr. Baggins. Oh, this is.
There we go.
The Ennett Bree.
This is the Inn at Bree.
Yeah, the Prancing Pony.
This is where Frodo has actually tumbled off the table after doing his little song and dance number.
And disappeared.
And he disappears. Right. That's a shock.
Where's Mr. Frodo?
Yes.
So that's what's really nice about these is there's just all this beautiful artwork.
They are.
Oh, I love this. This is the Moria, the light coming in. As you can see there, the light coming in.
Oh, this is such a cool addition. That's
yeah,
really cool.
Shining right there on Balin's tomb. Spoilers.
Super spoilers.
All right, and then the last book that I brought also is full of Alan Lee artwork, and that would be The Children of Huron, which was the first book that they released a few years ago that was basically new material that had been rescued by Christopher and edited and put together. I love this. It's got, on the back, if you can see it, it's got...
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got Gondor. It's...
Gondolin. Isn't that Gondolin?
Is it
yes,
Gondolin?
That's the hidden city of Gondolin.
Oh.
Yes, which you learn all about in the Silmarillion, in the tales of the First and Second Age of Middle-earth. Here is the great hidden city of Gondolin, up in the north of Beleriand, a mighty stronghold that, well, was built to survive the onslaught of Morgoth, the original Dark Lord, but they didn't quite make it. But that's another long and complicated story. It's really great. The Children of Hurin, also, this wonderful book, which represents one of the newest unpublished early tales of Tolkien's Arda. This edition also appears in a Christopher Lee audiobook presentation. Yes, with the Christopher Lee himself reading the entirety of all of this text in pure, amazing Christopher Lee style. But there's still Alan Lee illustrations in this. Look at this. There's a character inside an eye of a dragon.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Then Turin, being yet bemused by the eyes of the dragon, as if he were treating with a foe that could know pity, believed the words of Glaurung, and turning away, he sped over the bridge. Let's get a real
Isn't Glaurung known as being the largest of Tolkien's dragons?
Yeah, Glaurung was the mightiest of all of Tolkien's dragons.
But he couldn't fly. He was not a flyer.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of awesome. So, if you don't know what to get a Tolkien fan for...
A book always works.
That's always going to work. And you know, I guarantee you that they've only got The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and maybe they've got The Silmarillion. They don't have these. So you definitely want to get Children of Hurin and, of course, the Beowulf. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And
Kalerva.
now...
I need to get the Fall of Arthur, because I'm a big Arthurian thing.
Arthurian.
These
are these collected shields. Are they from Sideshow?
No, these are Weta.
These are Weta designs.
Now, what's really cool about these, okay, so we've got...
Oh, these look great.
This one here is Rohan.
Yeah.
This one here is the Haradrim? Easterlings.
Easterlings, yes.
This one here is, I think it's First Age Elf.
Those are those are Lothlorien.
Lothlorien elves, okay.
Those are Lothlorien. Oh, you know what?
And
you're right.
These
are Second Age elves from the last alliance of elves and men.
Yeah.
But that would be Second Age.
Yeah.
Unless I'm crazy.
And what's really cool about these?
Maybe I'm crazy.
Oh, they're these beautiful little displays, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look. It's a pin.
Really?
It's
oh,
a pin.
These are beautiful.
They're all pins. You can wear these. So
they're collectible mini sculptures, and they're also pins.
They're a bit heavy, but yes, you can totally wear it. Yay.
That's pretty cool.
Love, love.
Hello, Spirited Book. What are you doing in Orlando? All right.
Going to see Harry Potterville. Are you kidding?
Are you really? Okay.
Well, that's what I did when I was there.
That's what I would do if I were in Orlando.
I was in Orlando last month. That's what I did.
They're having a heat wave. He might be at Wet n Wild Water Park.
Yeah, they are having temps in the 60s and 70s.
It's a good time to go to the water park there in Central Florida. But if you're there at Epcot Center or doing any of the cool stuff at Potterland, what's it called? The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yes.
Universal's Wizarding World.
And there's two parks.
Let us know what you're doing.
They're now at two parks, one is the Islands of Adventure, which has got the original Wizarding World, which has got Hogsmeade and Hogwarts.
Oh, yes.
And then you've got the main Universal Park there, which they then put in Diagon Alley.
Yes.
And so then they've got the train. They've got the Hogwarts Express now that you can get between the two parks.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is awesome, because before you'd have to go out and come into the other park from the other side.
Now you can go straight across on the Hogwarts Express.
It's very cool.
It is very, very cool.
It's very immersive, and I can't wait. April 7th is when we get our Forbidden Journey here. So, and it's, by the way, by
Oh,
far still
cool.
the best ride on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Okay,
so
so
how much did these shields cost you? Since we're looking at this, and look, if you see on our upper right-hand monitor, my dear, you see the live shot. It looks great. It looks really, really great.
Yeah.
How much did these?
I'm trying to remember. They weren't really expensive. They were selling them mostly at Comic-Con, but you can get them on their website, so of course they're shipping. But they were in about the $30 to $40 range because they're really just these little displays. So they're not really terribly expensive, but you're going to have to look it up to see what they cost now, because what they cost then might not be the same as what they cost now. Because
Yeah.
these were sold during the in-between era between Hobbit and Lord of the Rings,
Oh, yes, that's right.
because that's why they're all Lord of the Rings related shields and not newer stuff.
Right.
I didn't bring any of my newer things. I do have some of the newer
This
stuff.
would be cool if they did another shield series with Battle of the Five Armies or other elements from the Hobbit
Oh, well, I
films.
would love Boromir's shield. In fact, they
Ooh, yeah,
may
Boromir's
have
shield,
some
yeah.
other shields, but Boromir's shield, because, I mean, he wears it through the entire film.
Yes, he
So,
does.
you
The
know,
entire film until he dies.
Yeah.
And he even has it in the extended edition. When you get other Boromir flashbacks, he has it.
Yeah,
It's the same
yeah,
shield,
it's
yeah.
his shield. And seeing as we had the Gondor with the white tree, that's the king's standard.
Yes.
What Boromir is carrying is just the Gondorian to the plain, and it's not a family standard.
Yeah, that's right. Which is quite unusual and quite cool. Oh, look, who's here? It's Wolfie too. Look who's here.
We have
Santa
people.
just showed up.
Hey,
just
how you
showed up.
doing, Hannah? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hannah, who's come all the way from. How far did you drive?
2 hours and a rainstorm.
2
away.
hours in a rainstorm
South Orange
away.
County, because that's where I came from.
Ontario, I think, or
Oh,
something like that.
Inland
Oh,
Empire.
look,
Right.
someone's
Come
got
up
a
to the
great
table,
mind.
like,
Look, someone else has got their May the Dwarves Be With You
we gotta
shirt.
do an unboxing live.
No way, is this a gift?
This is for all of you guys.
Tis the season. She's bringing us lovely gifts. Oh, say hi to everybody. Look, there's Spirited Book. He's actually visiting Disney in Orlando. Yeah. Here's Focoena. And Emily, yes, Emily, we will turn on Skype in a moment after we visit with our lovely friend.
We
Look
have
at this.
an actual visitor.
Oh.
This is like a real life Skype. Because you're like
An in-person
calling
Skype.
into the show.
Yeah, of
It's like
course.
an in-person Skype, right?
Yes, there's that.
Instead of you actually coming in through this little mini screen, you're actually here in person. A little love to go around everyone in the holiday season, in the holiday spirit. Such a sweetheart.
So where have we seen this year? We saw you at the party.
You know Kathy. You know Kathy, of course. Hannah, you know Kathy,
Come up
of course.
to the table.
Come on up and Kirkland yummy chocolate candies and cookies.
Well, it makes me
Oh my
not feel
gosh.
bad that I didn't bring up more Seas candy for you guys.
Oh,
'cause-
you know, they lasted for a while. We loved those. Here's
So
some,
Cliff, you've seen Hannah at the party, at WonderCon, at the picnic. Where else have you seen?
Comic Con.
San Diego.
Did you
Comic-Con
go to the
San
ice
Diego.
cream social?
Yes, I did.
Ice cream social.
Ice cream
talk
social.
About some of these events.
Oh, well, you
Yes.
know, we've got,
You-
as usual, we've got the Tolkien Toast will be coming up soon.
That's going to be
And
coming up
Christy
soon in
has
January.
Yeah, Christy has well, it's January 3rd. It's always January 3rd. Sunday this year, so
Wolfie here, Hannah, she's been very active. Come on up, step foot. Say hi, everybody. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say hi, everybody. Hannah's here. So
just hit 'em.
you made a name for yourself, haven't you?
I
Making an imprint.
I don't know.
Yes, you have, because nobody has shown such consistency in joining us and engaging with us at fan events.
Seriously?
No one's been as consistent.
kidding.
And consistency counts, especially
Yes,
in a
it
good
does.
fandom. That's why we feel like such a good family. We feel like a community of fans
Oh
who've been
yeah,
here.
when we go to events and we
together
see
for so
familiar
long.
faces, it's awesome. We're
It
going to
is
open this
awesome.
up because
Are we?
chocolate is
Oh,
chocolate.
gosh.
We're totally going to open it.
The crazy chocolate cookie box.
Unboxing, because then we're going to
This
unbox.
is so lovely.
Another unboxing.
No, what?
Unbox that.
Wait, before we get to that, before we get to the unboxing, tell all the, look, see, like Hanara, Spirited Book, they're waving at you. There's Duena saying hi. So out of all the stuff you got to do in 2015, what was the best event that you got to enjoy throughout the year? And here, I'm going to give you, here's a little microphone to talk to. This is my mic. No, I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me, what was the best fan event of 2015?
That's kind of hard. I'm gonna have to say the ice cream social.
Mhm.
I made quite a few friends.
That was
and
at the
then-
San Diego event.
Hence the social aspect of it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a mic, so you're good.
Yeah, I know. I figured
Did
that
you
out
go to
late.
the Baggins birthday bash?
Yes, I did.
Was
as
that
well.
crazy or
Yeah,
what this year?
We actually got to interview William Kirchard for a web show that we're doing.
Cool.
Ooh.
So that was really awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I've
very
had
awesome.
chocolate. I'm good now.
Chocolate fixation.
I've had
chocolate
chocolate.
fixation.
I've had some chocolate.
We're fixating on the chocolate, but that's why. That's why we're here.
With chocolate.
Duena, yeah, she's like, oh gosh, let me have some. All
Okay,
right,
you
now,
need to open that.
it's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. Here we go. I'm going to do a little Band-Aid moment for you because I'm permanently stuck in the 80s. Sorry. Yeah, I know, huh? It's silly. This is lovely. May I? Do you know what? This rat reminds me of Thranduil's riding around on his war moose. Yes.
It was intentional.
It was, yes. It looks like Thranduil's big, giant elk. This is really adorable. Thank you. I don't know how to get it open, except I might as well just tear it up. Oh,
Tear it up.
Tear it up.
So I made both
How
of them
can
by
other people
hand.
send us holiday gifts? At Meltdown Comics?
Yes. If you, well, gosh.
Hello,
I
there's an
wouldn't.
address here and everything.
I wouldn't say no. 7522 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, 90046.
Meltdown Comics.
Care of Meltdown Comics. Oh, I love this. Opening up prezzies. Opening up my prezzies live on the air. It's another unboxing. What are you doing? No.
I'm
Hey,
blushing.
take this off. Show your geek pride.
All right.
Great minds think alike. May the dwarves be with you. I can't wait another moment. Oh no, this is so cute. You must have made this yourself. Did you? Did you make this yourself? No, this is. Did you make this? Oh look! Oh my gosh! It's a Totoro who's got wings. It's a crazy little Totoro with great little wings on him. How cool
look
is
at
this?
his little
Is this a
teethies.
Totoro dragon?
Yes, it is.
Look at his little
It is
teethies.
my neighbor Totoro combined with dragon hybrid. How to Tame Your Totoro begins right here. The new franchise of How to Tame Your Totoro. Isn't this beautiful? Look. Love this guy. I love this guy. He's so cute.
Chat room says, is that a wolfie?
Is that a wolfie?
Tis a wolfie.
Tis a wolfie. Well, that's her Twitter nickname. Wolfie Took.
Well, yeah, it's more of my original character than anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. I've never seen such a cool mashup. A hybrid Totoro dragon. So cute. How to Train Your Totoro.
He's out of words.
I'm so enamored. I'm very
Well, and
enamored.
that's the other nice thing about geeky gifts is that you can make things and be creative and crafty.
This is so
And
cute.
smash up genres,
Thank you.
and
Love.
it
Oh,
still
what a
works.
sweetheart. This is so lovely.
Okay,
Thank you. I love this. I'm going to
All
have to
right.
keep it away from my cat because my cat's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
tear it up.
Scratchy,
my cat will
scratchy.
scratch
Yeah,
this up,
Scratchy, scratchy.
and he's going to love it. But I'm going to have to hide it from him. Very cute and very thoughtful. Thank you. Very
welcome.
thoughtful. Tolkien fans. Oh, look. See, Emily's freaking out. She saw it. She saw it.
I got one too.
Oh, wait.
I got one too.
Justin's got one too. What
Wait,
you got,
what-
buddy?
What is this? This
Okay,
is
here.
like the white
Here.
deer in Harry Potter?
No.
No.
Is that a Patronum? A Patronus?
A Patronus? It could be a
Patronus?
Patronus, as opposed to his, which
Who's
was...
my Patronus?
You'd have to think of one.
To Beaufort from Hannah Bilbo. And she drew my hat.
Which can't be seen because it's
That's
too
cute.
She drew my hat. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kinda tiny, so.
This is my first gift of the holiday. I didn't have an advent calendar or anything.
Really?
This is my whole advent calendar in one present.
Whereas we had white elephant at our work.
Yeah. Well, I have a white reindeer instead of white elephant.
This is true.
Oh, ho, ho.
Yeah, just tear it.
Something that's
Just get
not
in.
too-
Just get in there.
I'm totally not eloquent like Cliff the elf.
Oh, please.
The
no-
ent. The
No,
ent.
no eloquence in this young ent.
All
I'm
right.
too hasty to be eloquent.
1, 2.
This is going to be cute.
I don't know. What do you think it is? Hold on. Let's take it. What do you think it? What,
I can't imagine.
Now that I know what yours is,
I can't
have
imagine.
no idea what to expect.
Maybe
Is it a buffer?
if mine was my favorite Totoro mixed with a dragon,
Does anyone know what my favorite is?
a Star Wars character matched with a
Possibly, I don't know.
possibly.
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Hannah's
I
trying
don't
to.
even know.
All
I
right,
wouldn't
one-
be
Who's
there.
that?
One more.
Who's
one
in
more.
there?
More.
That's so cute. That is so cute.
Look at that.
That's an R2D2
That's
with
an
our
R2D2
Totoro.
dragon.
Oh, God.
We each got dragons. Oh my gosh.
Now you have to go beep, 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 beep.
That's awesome. Look at that.
She made us individual dragons. One is R2 and one is Totoro. These are so cute.
That is rad.
I love these guys.
I love the buttons for eyes.
Oh, what a
The
very
buttons
thoughtful
for
gift.
eyes are
Hannah.
great.
What did you? The
That's
thing
so
and the,
thoughtful.
Oh, and he's got a little tail.
Yeah.
It's just off to the side.
He's a little crazy R2 dragon.
My dragon's better than your dragon.
I don't know. Mine is a drake and yours is a worm. So at least I've got wings.
Mine's a worm.
Yep, worm.
W-Y-R-M.
W-Y-R-M, and mine's a drake.
Worms
Yay.
are better.
Yep.
We are
Awesome.
better.
He's got little.
I love
little,
these.
I love. You, are you guys seeing this? This is amazing.
This is really
I love
adorable.
the tail. The
I'm
tail's
glad you guys like them.
Of course
Thank
we
you
do.
so much.
Yeah, of course we love these.
I'm so excited.
Me too, man. These are awesome. These are really lovely.
Excited to be here.
Oh, glad to have you. Now,
Help them unbox some stuff.
yeah, let's unbox some fun stuff. This is
Well,
great.
okay,
'Cause we're talking
we'll
about
get to the
cool-
plane in a second.
We'll get to cool
Because
merchandise.
we've got
Oh,
the other
since
really
we were just
awesome.
we were just talking about audiobooks and Christopher Lee doing the audiobook of The Children of Hurin. Step in here on my side, my friend. Come right on in. Come on right on in here.
This, my dear, is the Lord of the Rings BBC dramatic production. So it's not a reading of the book, it's dramatic. It's amazing. And it's 13 CDs. So it's got a lot of heft to it. Cast, is there a cast list? Do you remember who the cast was?
Oh, now do they have that on iTunes?
They very well
They
could.
probably do.
Because I remember a couple years ago, when I was around 10 or so, my dad had bought me a dramatized version of The Lord of the Rings for audiobooks. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's the same one.
Yeah, because this is the BBC's version, and gosh, I was hoping that it would have the cast list, but it doesn't.
No, they don't. There might be
Fail.
some.
In the
There's
materials.
a couple of little notes here about that's about the publication history of the story.
Yeah. C.S. Lewis's Leaf by Niggle.
That's pretty cool, though. That's a lot of
Yeah. I
CDs.
remember listening to the whole thing. Oh, singers. Okay, technical.
singers, technical.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, there's a list
Yeah.
of cast.
Maybe it's at the very end. Like when you're listening to it starring so-and-so. Now I found it.
Because they had sound effects, they had singers, they had things going on in the backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's fascinating listening to this. And being 13 discs, it's like 13 hours long to listen to, but it's the whole trilogy. And it's
The whole trilogy.
the whole trilogy.
It is from the BBC,
Yes.
and it was, wow, look at that. The copyrights on here go all the way back to 1966, 1974, 79. That's the publisher's book copyrights, but the BBC's copyrights for this were 87. 1987 is the earliest copyright on this.
Yeah.
So that must have been when it was broadcast and then released on CDs in 95.
It was probably.
So I graduated high school in 1987. Dare I say that out loud? I'm dating myself terribly.
I wasn't even alive.
There's anonymous 31141 saying Ian Holm is Frodo.
Yes,
Michael
that's right.
Horndon is Gandalf. That's
Thank you.
excellent. Thank you. See, thank you, live chatters. I knew that there were two different competing versions. There was the Mind's Eye, and there was the BBC. And now you have reminded me that was Ian Holm who actually did the
Yeah,
voice
that's right,
of Frodo.
exactly. So and I seem to remember that because I knew that there was somebody who played one role in the movies and had played a different role in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's show off the jewelry real quick first here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's show off the jewelry because we happen to have a nice camera setup right here that we're going to set up with, Bill Nighy as Sam. You've got to be kidding me.
No, Bill Nighy. as
Really?
Sam. Yeah.
Now, that kicks my butt because in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Martin Freeman and Bill Nighy are together in the final sequence of that film. And he's like the map maker of the universe, showing Martin Freeman's character all the way around the universe. And there's Bill Nighy, who was Sam. And when Martin Freeman made Hitchhiker's Guide at the time, nobody knew he was going to be cast as Bilbo. So it's Bilbo and Sam together in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Did you know that?
I did not know
Isn't that super cool?
Well, I mean, I've only seen it once because.
And Alan Rickman was the voice of the robot.
Well, yes, that
That's
I know.
right.
That
Yes.
I know.
Good stuff.
You can't miss that. Alan Rickman's voice.
Yes, you
Okay,
can't miss that.
what you're looking at here is customized made jewelry from Badali Jewelry. These are limited editions because they were mostly just made for cast and crew that were nominated for Oscars, because what they all say on them
Good luck
is
pins.
good luck. It basically just says good luck from theonering.net. So
These were made, custom designed and custom made at the time in 2001 when the Fellowship of the Ring
first one.
was up to get all of its awards, and then the Two Towers, and then of course in 2002, and then right after that, the Return of the King.
This
2003.
This one is number 39. That's number 39.
A very limited edition.
Yeah.
So there was a green leaf for the
For
Fellowship of the Ring, right?
Yeah, the Two
Have you seen
Towers.
these up close?
No, I have not.
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, you haven't seen these.
Yeah,
These
the-
were worn by actual Oscar nominees and Oscar winners.
And you can see them on screen. And at our Two Towers Oscar party, anybody wearing one of these, we obviously didn't even have to check their name on the pass to make sure
You're
that they
like,
were.
oh, okay. Just
Yeah, you're a nominee. You can come in.
Wow, sterling silver to the limited edition, 39-100. Peter Jackson wore his on his lapel in
Yeah.
the first year of the Fellowship of the Ring, getting all of its Oscar nominations. He actually wore this
Oh yeah.
live on stage, and they
Yeah.
all wore theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah. I remember all the Weta guys coming in, particularly all the sound guys.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah, and
I'm
what's
so
nice
glad you
about this
actually have these.
is it's got the Bauer and the Isengard. So it's got the two.
Towers right on each
Yeah,
one.
the two towers right on each one. So basically there was no guessing as to what it was. It was
Yeah.
the two towers with the red. And
Wow, that's cool.
yeah, so you can see Barad-dûr
Oh, that
and
is so
Isengard.
cool. So the first one was sterling silver. This is handcrafted bronze, yellow bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am going to move it now because I want to read which number it is on the back.
Badali Jewelry does the official replicas of
Number 42.
Rings of Power, number 42 out of 100.
Number
You
42
see all
out
these
of
Badali Jewelry cupboards we have here? Because on XSN, we sell officially licensed jewelry, including the Arkenstone.
This one's gorgeous with the white
replica.
tree.
This is a really cool design as well. This
Yeah,
one
this
from
is the white tree. Yeah, this is the Return of the
ROTK.
King.
Yeah.
Mine's number 53 because that one had a lot of nominations. It also had a lot of wins.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to show you this right now. We're cutting to a close-up shot. Hold on just 1 second. Stay awake, Spirited Book. It'll be worth it. Check that out.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
So you've got the white tree.
Hand enameled over sterling silver.
Oh yeah, they do good work.
They do have a few of those left on their website.
And so that's the original trilogy. Now I did not get a button yet for, and I'll talk to Badali about for the first one, for the first Hobbit film,
An
which would
Unexpected
be
Journey?
yeah, which would be the door.
Yes.
So I did not get the door. I've got number 1.
Oh, wow.
I've got number
You
one.
have number 1?
This one is the
How did you
prettiest.
get that?
I delivered all the ones, so I pulled number 1 out.
I
I drove up in heavy rain through
Wow.
Beverly Hills to all of the luxury hotels, and this is just my favorite
That's
thing.
amazing. Look at
'Cause
that.
this is the dragon wrapped around the Arkenstone.
Is that from the Desolation of Smaug?
Yeah, that's the Desolation of Smog.
How cool is
So
that?
it's their most beautiful one.
He's wrapped around there's a whole Swarovski crystal that is embedded right in the center of this pin.
And the dragon is wrapped around it.
That's
It's-
awesome.
This is out of all the ones they made, this one is the one that's the most beautiful, just piece of art, jewelry.
Yeah,
I
it
just-
is.
I love
It's
this
super
one.
cool.
So yeah, I got number 1 because I roll that way. If I was going to be driving in heavy downpour rain, then And then this one, what's interesting about this one, and it's really hard to tell, but because it's the Battle of 5 Armies, they've got a compass point, and on the compass point is a weapon. So there's arrows, daggers, things like that, and it's the weapons that represent the 5 armies.
Oh, I thought that was Arwen's pendant at first.
No.
From afar, I was like,
Yep. So this was the good luck. So all of these were Oscar good luck pins. and there is a.
Oh, I see that now.
Yeah, there's
How clever.
There's spears, swords, axes, and something orcish.
These are really awesome items from BadaliJewelry.com that we're talking about. And some of them are not available, but some of them still are at Badali's website.
And it's one of those things I almost would do it like as a request, because they don't necessarily advertise it, because they're all a number of 100. They all start off, so this one here is number 4 of 100. So basically when they get to 100, they're not going to make any more.
Yep, exactly.
So
wow.
if you want the set,
These are really great.
if you want the set, you got to get the set now.
Wow, I can see the weapons crossed together. And it's so subtle, you can hardly see it at all. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I can
Yeah.
see an axe.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are all special, custom-made sterling silver and yellow bronze.
And then it was your
pins.
job for a while to be giving them out. I gave them out. Larry gave them out at one of the things.
They were
Yeah.
to be given to all the Oscar nominees and of course, would-be Oscar winners, because some of them did win and some of them they didn't. Unfortunately, The Hobbit did not win in any categories that it was nominated in at all.
Boo, hiss, boo,
Yeah,
hiss.
which is weird. For them to not get hair and makeup, I really
Yeah.
can't believe they didn't get hair and
I know,
makeup
that-
Oscar for that. That's nuts. Now, here's a cool-ass thing that is really wicked, and as you saw from the outside of the box, it says Air New Zealand. That might give you a clue for what direction we're going
Okay,
with in this.
We're going this way.
Are you? Are you? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Air
Okay.
New Zealand. And this came out
nope, it's this
with an unexpected journey.
There we go.
Let's see what we've got here, boys and girls. This is from Air New Zealand. And you know what? It's going to be groovy. When she gets it out of all this
Oh my
crazy...
God, I'm going to have to screw things on.
Oh,
You're
yes.
kidding me.
You're going to have to put this. Is
This-
something from the unexpected journey from
Okay, we'll get
Air
rid of
New
that.
Zealand. See that? All right.
Move.
This is wicked cool.
This is.
It's never been opened, has it?
No, it's never been
Wow,
opened.
this is beautiful.
Because it's a lot heavier. I've got the plastic one. That's the one with the dragon smog.
Yeah, look at that.
But this one, okay. So here's a little story
And all
about.
the little red lights and the little tiny antenna are on this. The detail on this is awesome.
Well, and that's because there are companies out there that make model planes.
Yeah.
And like I said, my other
Oh,
one
look.
is plastic, whereas this one is the full metal.
Landing gear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have
Wow,
to have
there's like
landing gear.
landing gear, tiny little wheels for this
Oh
puppy.
yeah, absolutely.
Paying attention to
Okay.
detail.
So
Yeah, it's
in
awesome.
2012, when they had the world premiere of Unexpected Journey down in Auckland, or in Wellington actually, but Air New Zealand unveiled their plane because they used it. They unveiled it about 3 days before the premiere in Auckland, and I got to go to the ceremony because I happen to be a travel agent, and I just contacted my Air New Zealand rep and just said, I'm going to be there. What can you do to get me in?
That's fantastic.
So she got me in, and what was cool about it is it was behind a big wall, and they had, they were passing out food and drinks and stuff like that. And then when they were ready for the ceremony, the doors started coming back, and there was like lightning
right.
and thunder and Maori chants, and the plane just sort of
Yeah.
revealed itself.
How
And then they opened
beautiful.
the main door of the hangar to let it go out. It's real heavy.
It is. Gosh, it is. It's like, oh. Whoa,
It's-
it's really heavy.
Yeah, so it's got all this landing gear. So then we all
Look at
got
this,
it,
guys.
and all
I
the
don't know how
water.
close. Let's get as close as we possibly can, because we can see the detail on this craft, because it has all of the cast members.
And what's really cool when you look at it is all the emergency doors and stuff like that.
Yep.
When they make these things, they've got to scan the page, and they know exactly what they're doing. So when they're working, there's this one company that specializes in doing wraps for large buildings and things like airplanes.
Oh, this is a decal on the outside of the plane itself.
Yeah. So they don't paint the plane; they put a decal on it, and it lasts for about a year or two.
Look
and
at
So this
that.
company
Can you guys see
specializes in
this?
it, but you've got to see how the doors, so that they can still open, they can still function. All the
Yeah.
windows are. So in other words, they're not putting it on and then cutting holes. They actually design it with all the little window holes and all the little door spaces
Can you guys see
designed
this?
into the middle.
I guess you can. You can see this right now. This is
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah.
Is this commercially available or anywhere available on eBay or on any
You
marketplace?
can see, and there's different versions because this one is the heavy model,
Yeah.
Like
Here,
I said,
try
there's a
this out,
plastic-
Hannah. It's
really heavy.
Whoa.
I know,
Yeah.
huh? How cool is that?
It's like solid. Whereas there's plastic versions as well. And you can see some of these things here, like these little things here are the little tail items that are going to go back here on the tail. The tail fins.
Oh, I see what
You've
they're
got, yeah, you've got a whole bunch of little bits and pieces that got to go.
Does it fly?
Ha ha ha. The dragon I have does.
Maybe if you throw it, it will, but then it would break. So
Yeah, let's not try
Yeah.
that out.
that's probably not a good idea.
No.
If you threw it, it would.
Now I know why they have screws and things like that on this so that you can,
This is going to hold it up, huh?
yeah.
It can even be a wall mount. This is a bracket.
Actually, that's
the bracket.
That's right there. That's how
that
it's,
is held. Okay.
yeah. So it's got a nice
Clever.
thick, yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I collect some esoteric stuff, don't I?
You collect some amazing stuff. Really amazing stuff.
Okay, so that's the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Not just the Lord of the Rings stuff, also recommended on our gift giving list. Take a closer look at theonering.net, guys, and you'll see just a few stories down on the main page our 2015 gift giving guide. But we're going to cut to this. We've got video to show you of this. You see what this is, guys? This is every single bloody Hobbit extended edition and Lord of the
Hobbit,
Rings
Lord of the Rings.
extended edition.
It's all the
put
films
together.
and all of the extra discs.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
That's nuts.
This is everything. Show them. Shh. Roll that beautiful beam footage. Show them what you got. Okay.
Nailed it.
What we're talking about at this very moment are these. Oh, hold on one
yeah.
second. I'm going to pull this
Go
out.
ahead, yeah, do that.
We have all of the Hobbit movies in their own beautiful trilogy. Here's the regular versions, okay?
Does Hannah have them?
Does Hannah have them?
I
You-
have the extended Lord of the Rings, and then I have the extended Hobbit trilogy on iTunes.
On
but
iTunes files,
I
yeah.
have the that thing.
And you have this
I
golden
don't
box?
yeah,
This-
the box. I
It's the
don't know.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, yeah.
It's lovely, isn't
I'm
it?
like, I don't know what to call it. Is it a box? And is it like
It's a box set.
thing?
It's a beautiful box set.
set.
Don't ever bother with these. If you guys are out there shopping around, you don't want these. These are theatrical. Poo. Poo poo. Wipe it away. 'cause
I'm
it's poo
sorry,
poo.
when it comes
You
to
don't
the
want that.
original trilogy, I do enjoy
don't
them
want-
because they're
no.
the first edition you saw in the theaters, and it was there. If it
telling
wasn't
you.
for that Fellowship of the Ring,
No.
nobody would have gone back to
That's
see any
true,
of the
but
films.
this is the one you
Unless you're a
really
Sonic
want.
fan, but-
This beautiful, beautiful thing is the extended version of the actual first Lord of the Rings trilogy with a map of Middle-earth and all these amazing movies that you just saw in that footage. And
What disc have you watched the most?
here's all of the Hobbits, 1, 2, and 3 extended versions.
Which disc is the first disc, the second disc, both of them, the appendices?
This is
I'm
the
gonna go
only
with
versions you
first
want.
and second.
Really?
Yeah.
The first and second films?
Oh, no, we're...
Yeah, I
Opportunity
thought you were
King.
talking about
What
like
disc?
both disc and then the appendices because there's like 2 discs.
Yeah.
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 Which disc has gotten the most play out of all of you?
Well, I watched them all the way through, so
The disc
You've
that has.
never just like put in one disc and say, I just want to watch
Yeah, I'm gonna
I just
have
wanna
to
watch
every
this
once in a while,
segment.
if I'm looking for some travel stuff, like when I'm because I work in the travel industry, and I was working with a tour company that specializes in Australia and New Zealand, and they needed help from me on what locations in New Zealand were filming locations. So I would pull out the disc that was what was the map of Middle Earth, whatever they called it, where it showed you where they were and what land. You know, this is Gondor, this is Rohan, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it was almost like a professional thing of showing them where people will want to go. When somebody says Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, I was
Yeah.
like going, this is what you need to know.
Right.
So, because otherwise they were like just watching the movie and stuff like that, and I'm like going, well, you're not getting any of the behind the scenes information if you're just watching the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I guess the one that if I ever have one disc out of all of these 6 movies that I watch over and over again, it's probably The Two Towers Part 1, Disc 1, because it has Treebeard's poetry. That extra scene
yeah.
with Treebeard's poetry, and because I love The Two Towers Extended more than I love anything else. It has an extraordinary funeral for Theodred. Theodred's full funeral, and all the details of these characters are there, and I love that stuff. That's just me.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still struggling to finish watching my behind-the-scenes appendices for the Battle of the Five Armies. I'm still working my way through that.
Really?
The one that I saw this afternoon was the one about Thranduil. It was really cool.
Yeah, that one was really good, where they
Yep.
showed Lee Pace working with Weta. I thought that was really neat.
Yep. And they had a still image from Lee Pace in The Fall, which is a fantastic film.
Amazing film.
And there was enough of an amazing film that made Peter Jackson want to cast him.
Oh, yeah.
The design of Thranduil's blade, the design of his sword, I had no idea. I had no idea it was hollow. The pommel and the hilt was hollow, and it had this.
To make it lighter for the actors to carry.
They just thought it would be a cool design. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so beautiful the way that Lee Pace worked that sword. And and he was worried about his eyebrows being plucked or shaved or all that stuff. It was really good stuff. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the behind the scenes on the Hobbit productions. And little did we know that Dane Ironfoot, our very own and lovely Billy Connolly, is not a Ringer fan. He is the opposite of a Ringer fan.
It happens.
I know now when I walked up to him in public, I was walking down Courtenay Place in Wellington. I saw him across the street. He was window shopping at some candle shop. And I trotted across the road because I'm like, oh gosh, there's Billy Connolly. I wanted to get a chance to talk to him and geek out for a minute before he got busy working on set, you know. Because if he was on set, I wasn't going to be able to bug him. So there I was in New Zealand, accidentally bumped into Billy Connolly. And I was like, well, hello, it's so good to meet you. And I was all like this. And the look that he gave me was just like,
Don't touch me.
you're one of those nutty Tolkien. He was looking at me just like that. And I said, I'm with the OneRing.net, and we're going to be here, like, looking at the production of the films, and so it's very exciting. And he went, uh-huh. It was just hilarious. Now I know why he reacted that way, because he admitted probably he got interviewed on that Blu-ray and talked about, well, every time I see them and they come up to me with the bloody book tucked under their arms, they're all just like, you know, all this ephemera about elven names and baggins and boffins and brace girdles and haughty trotty, and he was like, what the hell? It's so funny. So it was really enlightening, very entertaining.
Well, plus he was like, you know, and being Scottish or whatever, he mentioned it's like
Yeah.
it's not the kind of book that the people I know would ever have read.
Yes, yes.
It wasn't, yeah.
It's true. Now,
It happens though. I mean, you know, you run into that a lot in science fiction and fantasy films where some people are very into it and some people
Are not.
could care less.
could care less. Like Amy Poehler's response to the Star Wars phenomenon that was on the late night show that she just did. It was hilarious. Anyways, if you want to get these as a Christmas gift for someone, it actually comes in single editions. These
There's
are all
also
single.
there's also a box set.
There's also a
of just
box
that.
set which resembles this mega Lord of the Rings combined set, and it's all the exact same product of Hobbit films in one box. And that's on sale for like $59.99 at Best Buy. That's a great deal.
Yeah, that one was like $100. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when I got it,
Yeah.
my parents got it.
$59.99. That's awesome. And the Star Wars saga, which has all 6 films in one complete set, is $89.99 at Best Buy.
Oh, so I could get
The
that
Blu-ray of all the Star
and
Wars
then
saga.
force myself to watch those first 3, which basically I twisted my arm to watch the first one, and then I got 40 minutes into the second one, and I was just like going, too much whiny Anakin.
Yep.
And I stopped.
Yep.
Even though I know there's other cool stuff coming up afterwards, I was like,
It's not worth it.
It's funny. If you want to go back and watch Star Wars films, you don't need to watch all 6 of them. You can do the thing they call the machete order. We can talk about that. The machete order, instead of 6, you only do 5 Star Wars films, and you do Luke's story first, then Anakin's story, and then you do both of their stories resolving in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
You skip the Phantom Menace entirely. You don't
well,
even
see,
watch it.
But see, the thing
You
is, I actually don't hate the Phantom Menace because he's not a whiny little boy. He's just a little
True.
boy.
But by the time you get in Attack of the Clones, by the time you get to Shmi Skywalker's death scene and the tragedy that happens,
Yeah.
everything else with the rest of Attack of the Clones leads right down to the downward spiral of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And for a machete order, it at least introduces you to the world and how the
Yeah.
Republic collapsed and how the Empire rose as an empire. And then after you get Luke's story in episode 4 and 5, then you do Anakin's story 2 and 3.
Well, and
then
actually-
you bounce back to Return of the Jedi
I've seen
and
someone-
resolve both in episode 6.
I've seen
That's how you do
someone
that.
mention doing 1, so Phantom Menace,
I don't ever want to
And
watch
then-
that film again, ever. I don't ever want to watch the Phantom
but
Menace
only doing
ever
Star
again.
Wars New Hope first and saving Empire and Jedi for afterwards, because obviously there's that big reveal of Darth is the father. And so it's like going, well, how can that be? So it's like, going to
Spoilers.
save that till after and put in
Yeah.
2 and 3.
It's interesting to have 2 and 3 interjected where they are in machete order
Yeah.
because the tension hangs in the air
Yeah.
about Vader revealing his identity to his son, and that tension is not resolved. And you learn about Padme falling in love with Anakin, and when she dies on the birthing table, a person who has never seen Star Wars is all of a sudden learning that Luke and Leia are brother and sister at that moment at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And they haven't even seen Return of the Jedi yet, and it fills that movie with more emotional resonance.
Yeah.
It really does resonate differently because Luke and Leia are actually, and she's like, talk to me. Tell me, Luke, what's on your mind? And he's like, ask me that later. And he says, ask me that later. And it fills the movie with more delicious, unresolved tension.
We got 5 minutes?
I do like that. Oh, so, hey, we've got 5 more minutes. Do we have more goodies
We
to
have
show?
a few more
We
goodies.
have a few more goodies for our
I'm just gonna show for-
fantasy gift
What's
guide.
on her gift list?
Yeah, what's on your gift list? What would you like for this Christmas? You've got all your Hobbit Blu-rays, right?
Yeah.
You got your Hobbit Blu-rays?
Wow,
All right,
that's-
so you're all set with that. Any other fandoms that you want to dabble into?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, other than Sherlock and Star Wars,
Do you have the Star Wars Saga
Actually, that's the
Mega
only one that's-
Blu-ray set?
not the Blu-ray set.
That's
but
great.
I have
It's great.
just the normal DVDs.
The normal ones?
Yeah.
The new Blu-rays have all this behind the scenes and all these collected spoofs. Like every spoof that ever was has been edited together in a big mega spoof movie clip. It's
what?
great. Of all Star Wars spoofs.
Ah,
Everything from How I Met Your Mother to, right on to Family Guy spoofs. Huh?
Robot Chicken.
Yes, that's right. Robot Chicken spoofs, too. They're all in there. Hey, you guys are fans of The Princess Bride. We have some cool stuff.
Inconceivable.
Let me turn on my Skype so that Emily can Skype with us.
Inconceivable.
Oh, no. Emily, we're going to do Skype on my other device.
Okay, so I'm
Hold
just
on,
going to go
Emily.
through this really quick while he's logging in.
Okay.
Princess Bride Opoly.
What? Really? That's
Princess
a monopoly.
Bride, it's a monopoly. Princess Bride Monopoly.
Princess Brideopoly? Oh,
There's
gosh,
got to be a
that's
fire swamp. One of the lands has to be the fire swamp.
funny.
Okay, and then there is a really cool little card game. And the story changes depending on how you match up the cards. So there's that. Gentle Giant has an entire collection of really cool Harry Potter items.
Yes,
so
they
there's,
do.
there's at least 2 Snapes. I've got Bellatrix. There is Lucius with his Death Eater mask on, which was a collectible. I've got Lucius in Azkaban.
Oh, I haven't seen that. And you surprised me. I had
Yes.
forgotten that there's these shots of Lucius Malfoy in Azkaban.
And then there's
Totally
the
forgot.
Order of the Phoenix Sirius Black, which is cool
Oh,
because, I
cool.
mean, the outfit is wicked cool. No, I haven't opened them up. I'm really, really sorry. I just haven't gotten around to it. There we go. There's the nice
You
shot.
haven't even taken them out of the...
You know what's funny is the 5 that I have out, I've got all the little cards because they're all like number of whatever their thing is. So these guys were Comic-Con limited editions.
Sirius Black.
Yeah, Order
So
of the
awesome.
Phoenix. You know, and he's out of jail, and he's kind of hiding because, hey, he's persona non grata still.
Yes, he is. Persona non grata. I'm going to get a hold of Emily because she's trying to say goodnight to us all the way from London. All the way from London, staying up till 3 in the morning.
As usual,
It's our wonderful friend Emily. I'm going to allow Skype to have access to my camera. Let's see if we can get this to work, folks, because I want to have one of our friends, one of our very loyal audience members, coming all the way from, the audience, unable to make a call. There's a problem with the audio on my device? That can't be true.
well, hello, look at your gut,
Oh, no, everything's fine.
Is she there?
Is she there? Let's see.
Oh,
Hello,
I hear her,
dear.
I
I
hear
hear
her.
your voice. All right, I'm going to hold this device right near my microphone. All right. Now, everyone out there in TV land can hear you, my dear. How are you tonight?
Yeah,
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look.
there's a cat.
Look,
There's a
look
cat.
who's here.
Hello.
Shadow's come to say hello.
It's Hannah. Oh, and you've got your pussycat there. How sweet. See, cute kitty
Yeah.
cat, fangirls and their cats. Okay, I'm
Yes.
just saying, guys, you know what I'm saying. Fangirls and their cats. Oh, she's like, to hell with you, Clifford. I don't have a cat.
I have a dog.
I've
Ah,
got
see, they
two
fangirls and
cats. Two cats sitting right here. And during the winter, aren't they awesome cuddle buddies?
they are.
They keep you warm. They purr to you.
The dog, but the dog's a big black lab, so he's not allowed in my bedroom.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
Only the cats are allowed in my room.
I'm sorry. I'm just making a little bit of fun, Emily, because I have my cat too, and he's the best soft, squishy pillow partner in the whole wide world. In fact, he is a replacement pillow. If I drop my pillow, I've got my cat. He's my replacement pillow.
That works too.
Yeah,
My
he's
cats
great.
do not appreciate it when I lean back on them just a little too hard.
Hey,
Not
he's
too.
trying to
Yeah.
eat leftover food from dinner.
Oh my gosh. So before we get down to the closing of the show, because we're just now at the tail end of everything, what is it that's on your Christmas list, my dear Ringer fan, that you would like to have?
Well, I put what was it I asked for? Oh, I asked for something from Badali from a friend. I asked for a couple of vouchers. I asked for a Sherlock Cluedo.
Right on.
I asked Pete R. North Runner for the final Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit Special Edition CD with all the music on it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
There's
Is there a trilogy version of the CD?
we're talking about the soundtrack editions for the Hobbit movies. There are special editions of those music
Yeah,
soundtracks, and
yeah.
they are lovely. They're from
ones
our
with
friends at
the-
Water Tower Music. Yes.
Yeah. So, and I think I've got it because I've got an Amazon parcel from him, and it sort of feels like there's a CD in it. So.
Oh, that sounds good. See, you're squeezing presents to see if it's a CD or not. That's funny. I do that too. Well, we're gonna have to wrap it up. So, do you want to say goodnight, Gracie? Say goodnight, Gracie.
No, Gracie. Oh, Cliff, did the parcel come yet?
Works every time. What was that, love? No, there's no parcel yet for here. No.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but
I sent it about 3 weeks ago.
I know you said it 3 weeks ago. We'll have to do an after-holiday special, and we'll open up that gift at that time when it arrives.
I
But
hope it arrives.
I hope
it
so
hasn't got
too.
lost.
Well, I'll say thank you. Thank you for sending me that lovely gift, okay? Bye-bye, my dear.
Yeah.
Thank you, and good night for now. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
Yeah.
Okay? Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, sweetheart. All right. Well, it looks like we're at the end of our show. What a show that has been. Brief, but not forgotten. Like some of the best meals you've ever had in your life. Brief, but not soon forgotten, right?
Let's all eat
right.
chocolate.
And let's all eat chocolate cookies. And let's say a special thank you to my guests, Hannah and Kathy, who have brought a much-needed shot of estrogen to my show today. A much-needed shot. It's been lovely to have you guys here. And that's a very thoughtful gift. That's creative, original, one of a kind, and I really appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I wish I had something in kind to give you. But
No, this is enough, honestly.
that's enough just to say hi to all the fans. So
You
good
made
night.
us super famous.
And super famous, yeah, soon to be. Now, I'm going to have to get the Middle-earth Cavi troop. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, here comes the R2-D2 dragon. That's really cute. It's so awesome. Oh, before we go, Totoro needs a little bit of screen time. Here's my Totoro.
You guys look so happy.
Oh, we are. We're very happy. You've done a lovely thing. You've made my heart feel light, just like the song says. So thank you for that, my dear. And to all of you, wonderful. Yes, the more puppets, the better. I'm telling you, that's what XSN needs now, more puppets. We're going to see you guys.
Cowbells?
Yeah, it's just more cowbell. More cowbell. This is Clifford Broadway. You can find me at QuickBeam 2000. We're signing off for now. Have a wonderful holiday season. All you guys out there in the Twitterverse and the Facebook universe. But a word of caution. In the next coming days, I think starting on Christmas Day, we are going to introduce to the worldwide Tolkien fan audience something that has never been done before. We're going to do a continuous live stream marathon of a book reading of The Hobbit and all of the Lord of the Rings, done by yours truly, with many special guest stars that will stop by over the preceding 7 or 8 days, however long it takes to do it. We're going to do it.
Between Christmas and New Year?
Between Christmas and New Year's, starting on Christmas Day, tune in to shopxsn.com.
In a hole in the ground,
That's
there
right.
lived a hobbit.
We're going to start with immortal words in a hole in the ground, and then at the very, very end of The Lord of the Rings, we'll end with, well,
I'm
I'm
home.
back, he said. Sam's last words. It's going to be brilliant, so stay tuned to Shop XSN for more amazing news about the Tolkien marathon reading that will happen right here live in front of everybody. Good night, all of our friends across the world.
Send tea.
Have
Send
a,
tea
have a
for his
wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Bye-bye.
Whoops, careful now. Safe journeys to you all, and to all a good night.
Look at Emily's post.
Bye. Oh, what did Emily say?
Actually, my
parcel's not getting to Cliff. Yeah, well.
Cliff was supposed to send you something if you.
Oh yeah. See, you know what? Don't you worry, Emily. When it shows up, we'll be glad to talk about it live next week on Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams to all of you. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time. And here we are, live again, at the heart of all coolness in Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're joining us right now for Draw Melt 2.0. This is the second installment of the newly resurgent Draw Melt here at Meltdown Comics at the heart of Hollywood, at Gardner and Sunset Boulevard. I, your amiable host, Clifford Broadway, from theonering.net, am now joined by the delightful and very talented artists who are here on our couch right now, drawing a live 5-minute session. You just started your time room over there. That's so adorable. Lauren.
Jump right in.
Lauren's jumping in. We have here on the drawing couch, for your delightful pleasure, we have Mr. Matthew J. Levin, artist and sculptor. We're joined on his side by Satine Phoenix, an extraordinary, talented, lovely lady.
No, thank
Well, and I don't speak hyperbole, not unless you really want me to. And modeling for us tonight, very talented local artist and model herself, Lauren. Lauren Ipsum is here with us in an extraordinary and very detailed gothic vampire cosplay.
It's the good romantic kind too. I love those like 90s vampires. I think of the 90s vampires as being romantic.
I think of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And
Anne Rice.
and of course Anne Rice's presence in the vampire mythologies. She pretty much rebranded everything that was cool about vampirism.
She really did.
Yeah,
She
with
makes it sexy.
the Vampire Lestat.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always loved Jordan's filmmaking, and his work on Interview with the Vampire was great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty amazing, and I don't feel like anyone's really done anything that good with vampires since.
Certainly not the Twilight franchise. That no, that doesn't count.
I recently saw Only Lovers Left Alive, and I thought
Yeah.
that was really, really good.
Oh my. Okay, so I lied. That is really good, but it's
Yeah.
definitely. Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen that
It's
one.
definitely one of those films that you have to have a lot of patience and really enjoy long form. I don't know, like what would you call it? It's like definitely indie.
Yeah, it's Jim Jarmusch.
What's it about?
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch.
These
That's right.
super old vampires. But I really feel like you get to feel what it's like to be a really old vampire.
It really has that sense of age with it. Yeah, it's really well done, I thought.
I still haven't finished it, but there's also Let the Right One In.
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Let's turn to Sweden. Yeah.
Well, that's like with the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was really good. But it didn't. I mean, that was really good. But I think I'm thinking more of the romance that
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes me excited about vampires in the first place.
Yeah, we are very much in romantic land now. I am suddenly reminded of the very romantic Crimson Peak.
I didn't
Haven't
see
seen that
that.
yet.
Seen it either.
Okay, I
All
will.
right.
I will tell you guys good things about it because Guillermo del Toro knows what he's doing with mood and the way he shoots every little detail. It's very moody and romantic.
I heard people saying that it was boring, and I was thinking, man, I bet I would love it.
Exactly. No, if you're
'Cause it's not for everybody.
down for that, Eustacia Vi, The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy, those turn of the century romance, gothic romance books, you're in Emily Bronte territory for sure. And Crimson Peak feels like one of the Bronte sisters just went all vampire, or
This is
rather,
Bronte sisters
ghost
you're
story,
speaking of,
rather.
'cause it sounds awesome.
yeah, it's
Sounds up my alley.
it's more gothic romance than it is supernatural horror. That's for sure, and I loved it.
Yay! It's like millennials haven't really gotten to experience the romance.
Yeah.
Everyone's been so into
Mhm.
horror that it's like they're missing out.
I feel like, and now when you mention vampires, everyone thinks Twilight, and
Yeah.
no one takes it
And
really
that's sad.
seriously as an interesting thing anymore, really.
Mm-hmm. Kind of ruined the brand, the vampire
really
brand.
did.
But didn't they try to bring back Bram Stoker's? Didn't they do a Dracula movie recently? But it was like kind of like 300 or something.
It was Dracula Untold, and that was our boy Luke Evans, who was in the Hobbit film, Slaying a Dragon. And then the next movie we saw him in, he was Dracula.
Oh, wow.
And that was Universal Studios trying to do a new film reboot on their classic monster series.
That's really cool. Wow, that was 5 minutes.
Oh, wow, a little 5-minute. So, Satine, tell the folks at home how we start off the format of quick 5-minute drawing sessions at the start of our show.
Well, usually we start off with 1 minute to get the gesture down, and that'll loosen up. So, like, so right now we did a 5-minute because, just 'cause. I don't really know why.
Just 'cause.
But yeah. So if you see our art now, I don't know if you have a camera on yours. Pop it over here. Pop it over here. So like this is what it looks like now. After we do 10 minutes of 1 minute gestures, you'll see the pieces loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they'll have more fluidity to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why it's good to practice. Even like when I'm illustrating at home on the computer even, I have like certain things I do to warm up.
Calisthenics?
Yeah, just like
oh,
little
this looks
things. Fantastic.
This looks wonderful tonight.
So I'll sit there and I'll do like patterns, you know, just grunt work, just getting those lines in and trying to like keep my my rhythm going, and it's like exercise.
And is that a felt brush pen type thing?
This is by Pentel. It's called the Pentel brush pen. I think it's Japanese.
Not felt. It's a brush.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's nice because the tip is so fine, which gives you a lot of control of what you're doing, but also you can get these like really beautiful deep blacks out of it.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in love with it.
So you could hit some beautiful, like, you know, Japanese calligraphy or you know, maybe dwarvish runes or anything like that.
There's
Cool.
also there's Zig Clean Color. It's similar to those, and they come in like every different imaginable color basically.
Yeah, and those are longer. This for some reason this shorter.
Are they?
I think
no, I mean like the pen itself is
the pen
longer.
itself is, yeah.
And for some reason this it's like really perfect and small and it fits
That's
nicely
like the
in
one I
my
don't
bag.
have.
Yeah.
So I've got the Pentel, like the cheaper ones. I don't have the refillable one. I need that one.
Yeah, this is amazing, and I don't know how to refill them. I end up just like buying new ones. No, there's a cartridge, but I let it dry out or something. I always mess things up.
I think you replace the cartridge.
Yeah, you can.
I think for that one, because that one specifically is there's the refillable. You do a set of 10 tenths.
Yeah. Well, 10 1 minutes.
That's what I meant to say. I can numbers. I'm great at that.
I think I have those brushes right here. This is fun.
Yeah.
So
those are the Pentel ones I have.
yeah, these come in different. Like this one's brown. So you can get tints. I've got grays, but there's also this other one that I have that I love. It's filled with water.
Wow, what is that?
So
So it allows blending.
yeah.
Because they're all water soluble.
Oh, how excellent. That is so
Did
excellent.
you see that? I'm really terrible at using them. So I usually stick with black and white, but I'm learning. It's a lot of practice. A lot of being okay with getting messy.
Which is a terrifying thing.
Yeah.
I'm still getting there. It's
Matt doesn't care. He's super messy.
Well, you know, messy is fun.
Yeah, it's true.
It's scary.
Messy is scary.
Yeah.
So we're doing 1 minute.
It's liberating.
All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting a new 1 minute segment. Beautifully done, Lauren.
Speed drawing.
I think art should never be afraid to be messy. Ask
You
any
got-
sculptor.
You
Ask
got
Rodin.
perfectionists, and then yeah, I've learned that my art has just gotten better once I learn how to let go of things.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
It's not easy.
It's genius the way this looks. We're able to use,
It looks good. It's spotty a little bit.
Well,
I'm
we're-
being a nitpicker,
but we're able to use our green screen effect here for the folks at home.
for the first time.
Yeah, to show both art and model at the exact same time.
It's the combining of two galaxies.
And that's it. Wow, 1 quick minute.
Nice, love it.
Gonna have to speed up.
Yeah, it's
2, 1, and another new minute.
Lauren's actually really great at modeling for art.
These quick dynamic poses are so
Yeah.
good that you do.
Like, you're so lean and flexible and hold a pose really well. A lot of people that model for artists, they're kind of stiff and they just sit there, but she's really, really dynamic. And so when you do quick gestures, you're not really getting details, you're more getting the essence of what's happening. I think that's where a lot of people get freaked out about life drawing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I only have 1 minute, it has to be perfect. It's like, well, actually, no. It doesn't. As long as it's read. Kind of like storyboarding.
Yes. That concludes another full minute. And like storyboarding, you want to get just the most direct elements of motion and symmetry as quickly as you can in storyboarding.
Yeah.
It's a great analog.
It's like, I like drawing fabric. It's easy to draw superheroes, basically naked people in like latex. But clothing is so much more interesting.
Indeed. I know my partner would agree with that assessment. He comes from a background of fashion design and fashion illustration.
Oh yeah.
So his artwork is all about the flows of the fabric, the draping, you know.
Oh man, I'm so stiff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And one more new minute. Here we go.
I think the HDMI.
We have entered into another full 1 minute segment. This is life drawing on Draw Melt with Matthew Satine here on the drawing couch.
I like that. Sounded like all one word.
It did.
Matthew Satine. We are one when we come here.
That's right.
Resistance is
Without
futile.
powers combined.
Yeah.
Matthew Satine. Or how about Satine Max?
Satine.
Satine Matt.
Your twin powers activate.
Yes.
Form of
Artist.
artist.
Okay. That was very, very
So
quick.
Fast.
And another full 1 minute segment. Lauren, the jewelry and accessory pieces are perfect. The draping earrings are lovely.
It's hard not to want to take photos of.
I know. I'm trying to talk to the folks at home, but I want to take lovely photos.
I use photos for reference.
Mm.
Is this how they drew in the days of old?
Ye old art days.
Now, why aren't you? It's back. Why aren't you drawing on an iPad Pro or something like that?
Well, first of all, they don't have the apps that I use.
Sketch Pro? Don't they?
They don't have Manga Studio, which is what I use for my books. Damn it!
No, this is a great exercise, and I can see why now.
Learning how not to fixate on things, even though you really,
Mhm.
really want to fixate.
Learning to look at a bit of a larger
Yeah, figuring out what's important to communicate.
Yes.
And some days you're going to be better than others too. And that's okay.
What a short minute.
Oh boy.
Oh, that place is awesome.
They're just getting bigger the more drawings I do. I mean longer. It's a really good pose.
From where I'm sitting, I can't see a single thing that Matt has created yet. But we'll take a moment. We'll take a moment to look at all these great sketches in just a second.
Oh, this is a really good pose.
It is. It's an
Must
excellent
memorize.
post.
Must memorize.
Matt, you're on Twitter as MattL21?
That's on Instagram.
That's Instagram.
On Twitter, I'm Matt Lev, M-A-T-T-L-E-V.
Got it. There you are. Oh, that looks very shiny and sparkly.
What does?
Little picture, that profile picture of you on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
This is great.
Oh, so dramatic. Yeah, it's really weird. I usually draw every single day, and then, because I'm working all day, but I was sick for the last week, and it's thrown me off. It's weird. But I guess that's why we're here.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Need to get better.
Wow. That was a really great pose. Lauren, you're killing it.
Plowing through these. Whee!
time sure does fly,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
What are we on now? 3, 6,
That was
9.
it.
That was 10?
Yeah, that was 10.
Woo!
Yeah.
Where was
was
that?
Is there one more?
One more.
Yep, nope, that
So
was,
that was it.
And that was it.
Lots
there were
of bells and
10.
whistles over there.
Yeah,
Let's
how
see what
about
you
that,
got.
everybody?
They're very scritchy. I tried to make sure that the style didn't stay the same from
So which way am I
doodle
going?
to doodle. Oh, further in.
All right.
Oh, that one's cool. You can see what's going on there. Yeah, I like the overlapping lines.
Oh, cool.
I would love to see you do an animation.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Were you aware of like Bill Plimpton growing
Oh
up?
yeah, I love Bill Clinton.
That's what this reminds me of.
Nice. Okay.
That's nice. Like I feel like it's gonna jump out,
Mm-hmm.
start waving at us.
That's very good.
You really are gonna fill this up.
Yeah.
That's so cool, guys.
Do we want to jump to 5s? or
Tens. Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
I guess everybody's already seen yours.
Oh,
That's
see,
what they
yes,
look
now.
like.
Wanna take a look first? Oh, see, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been sick for 2 weeks and stuff. Those look awesome.
Yeah, some of them are cool, and then some I started fixating, and I can tell anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. And these are like,
I like-
really nice and thick.
I like just the suggestion of her eyes, just enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna try playing more with that, just doing like more deliberate, short, smaller lines.
Mhm.
You know?
How
Great.
many 10s do you want to set
Let's
up?
do 2 tens.
Okay, 2 intervals that will be 10-minute stretches. For those folks at home who are just
want water or
tuning in,
Sure.
yeah, we can get you some water.
Do you have water?
Hold on, and I'll be able to get one for you.
She had one. I just want to make sure she's.
Oh, I've got the right nearby me. Right nearby me.
Maybe right before we go into this, we can show the hands.
Yes, can we have a show of hands?
I see those and I just want to, like, go.
Show
do
of
that
hands.
to your right.
They look like trees.
Oh, that's so cool.
So this is how big they are.
Now, Matthew, you've sculpted these hands out of resin.
Yeah, these are resin castings. The original were done in oil-based clay.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
And
and
how much
I
you-
attach screws in them so you can just screw them right into your wall. And
Have
'cause
these.
who doesn't want hands reaching out of their wall?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like
don't-
so.
Anyone who doesn't is insane.
Yeah. I left them white, figuring that people probably have white walls. But
Usually.
You can paint them any color you want.
Oh, that's true. You can.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's so much great detail.
Yes, there is. I can see knuckles and little weird veins in the backs of those hands.
Yeah. Well, if you
Fascinating.
look at the palms, you know
I
you
got
can
some.
you can read
Yeah.
their fortunes.
Oh, really?
No, but that would be great.
That would be
Oh,
so
dude.
cool.
Yeah, if I made stories for them and sculpted it into the lines in their
Oh
palms.
my God,
You
you
gotta-
really should.
Yeah.
Do you know palmistry?
Gosh, only just like a little bit that I looked into in high school.
I'm sure you could find someone who can
I
show you
have
the
a book.
ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should
I'll lend you my
do
book.
This.
Oh, that is a great idea.
That would be so cool.
How much are you selling these for?
Can't remember.
I'm trying to get them.
Maybe 30 a piece. I used to know. I used to know that.
Found
But
home.
if you hop onto my web store, on my website, they are available, and the price is written down.
Absolutely, they are. This is fantastic. Let's tell everybody at home what they definitely need to do is check out MatthewJLevin.com. That's an Levin. And we can certainly find SatinePhoenix.net. And you have some really cool stuff at Patreon, right?
Patreon. Yeah.
Patreon. I keep saying it wrong. Patreon. Like it's a fine wine. Patreon. Patreon.com / SatinePhoenix. Yeah, both of you guys are now there.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, definitely becoming a new go-to community.
Yeah, and it's really fun for me because, like, I have a nice sordid past that I like to, like, dip into every once in a while. And right now I'm doing a comic book that's very straightforward. It's like, there's no romance in it. It's a book about the characters and how they interact together. And it's like military sci-fi with aliens and lots of science.
You're referring to New Praetorians.
New Praetorians,
Yes, New Praetorians.
But, like, I just did this great, like, dreamy illustration while I was sick in bed of this, like, girl in bondage in, like, latex, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to do a little more on it, and then I'm going to post it on my Patreon. And I
Oh,
don't
cool.
want that on my Facebook.
I
because
get to
like
see it.
Yeah.
I need to log on your. I can't actually donate large amounts, but I'm like, donate enough that I can at least see what's going on.
I think I donate like $20 to about altogether. I mean, $18 altogether to like 5 different people
Yeah.
every month.
You know, I gotta
So,
Yeah,
Gotta
it
add
doesn't.
yours on also.
It doesn't take much
Even though I-
to
Yeah.
become like a you know just like a part of the community to the point where you can see what the you know what's going on in that community.
Yes. And the idea there is to actually find and, you know, artists that are housed there and support them
yeah.
directly so they can get their supplies, get their inks and paints and materials
Yeah,
and
I mean,
get more
like,
stuff done.
it's really weird. Like, some artists can just go in and work for a company, and then some of us just are very specific on how we like to work.
Yes.
And, like, I have all these ideas, and, you know, life is short. I really want to get all the ideas down. I want to, like, I'm tired of waiting for money or time or whatever. Like, I want to do them. And
it lets people do that.
yeah, exactly.
Like our friend Zoetica, she's able to do her clothing line.
It's so cool.
It's gorgeous and beautiful and features her artwork on it, and she's able to do that because of she reached a goal on there.
Yeah, and it's so nice to, like, be able to support your friends even if it's only for $2. I mean, I try to support my friends, you know, on their Kickstarters, but this is more long term, I feel.
Yeah.
Indeed. Twitter is now responding to the beautiful cosplay life drawing that is now being performed live right in front of you guys here at Shop XSN.
Oh, hi, Twitter.
What's up, guys?
Satine, you will have some of these beautiful items available for sale directly
Yes.
after Draw Melt is over this evening?
Yes. If they just send me a message on Twitter then of which one they enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
and I will sell it to them for $15.
There you go. That's at Satine Phoenix. Matt, your Twitter account professes to say that you're, I love the way you worded this, looking for graceful ways to express the grotesque. I love that.
That's exactly you. Oh
That
my
is-
God.
I love it. It's so succinct. It is beautifully said.
Thank you.
So how does Bob Ross paint a whole painting in 30 minutes and some of these drawings take 20 minutes?
Technique. He has a thing, like a pretty solid way to do what he does, or he did. Like, if I want to draw one of the girls out of my head, I know exactly how to draw her, and I can draw her in 2 seconds.
Mm.
So, you know, he's drawn the same thing so many times, and I don't know if you've actually, like, seen his stuff, but he's like,
Happy little tree.
Yeah, but he does that same tree a million times.
Yeah.
And at a certain point,
And he
It's
uses that
muscle
fan
memory.
brush and just hits it at that angle.
That
and
fan
it's
brush,
like
And
an
man.
entire branch every time he touches the brush to the canvas.
fan
Yeah.
brushes, I discovered grass fan brushes.
Mm.
That, and I was doing painting. I was like, shit, how do I paint grass? Ah, looked it up. Fan brush. Anyone's watching, if you're ever like, I need to paint grass, get yourself a fan brush. Because I'm sure someone out there was like, but I need to paint grass. I don't know. I should
Who
stop
doesn't
saying
need to
things.
paint
You should stop moving your mouth because I'm drawing your mouth. And I'm like, I'm getting confused. I don't know where to draw. Your eyes are so big.
Very deceiving.
Is there a market for illustrations of cosplay characters? Like
Oh,
you see people
yeah.
like Sakimi-chan and other people on Patreon that draw characters. What's the industry like right now?
It's exactly like the Hobbit industry. It's exactly like all the fan things. People just really like collecting the things that they are excited about.
But these aren't official in any manner, you know, like you're drawing someone else's character from someone else's IP. And it's just fan art, basically.
Yeah.
So fans are rewarding fans.
Yeah. Basically, they're all just supporting each other.
And that's how the art economy has always thrived.
True.
Yeah,
Arts support each other.
that's right.
I do like the way Patreon has positioned themselves as, not exactly a Kickstarter. You're not specifically looking to fund a project. You're looking to fund a vision of an artist. And so people, as they naturally will develop their own attachments
What is this ear doing?
to artists. And
I don't know what I was thinking. Moving the ear down a little bit. Oh, I totally messed that up.
So in art school, I was always on like charcoal and lead. But it seems nowadays everybody is just drawing with ink. Do you see that happening more and more? Is it mostly digital?
I don't know. I feel like it's really personal preference. I mean, I used to draw in pencil and then saw a bunch of people start drawing in ink, and then I was like, wow, that looks super cool. So now I draw like that. The whole thing about the gestures and loosening up, worked out the opposite for me. Now I'm not drawing. I don't know what the hell I'm drawing.
I think
I feel like I've just been daydreaming for the last 5 minutes.
I use ink a lot just because
Covering
it
the ear.
breaks me of the like tendency to try to be delicate or worry about it being right. If I use a pencil, it's too easy to grab an eraser and start being critical with myself as I go. And so I just, using ink, it's so nice and indelible. It frees me up to be easier on myself and just let things happen, and maybe they'll suck and maybe they won't, but either way I'm learning and I'm growing as I go.
Yeah.
do you, Matt, this question directed to you, before working on sculptures or other materials,
Yep.
are you given to what you'd call just an early draft?
What is this?
Well, a lot of the time I'll do like a very quick gesture that has like just enough visual information to give me an idea of what the pose is.
On
so
paper,
that-
you do this.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that so that I can go about building an armature. Because
Yeah.
with sculpture, in clay anyway, it's an additive and subtractive medium instead of like with stone where it's purely subtractive.
Yes.
So I have to be able to build a wire armature to put the clay on top of to support it. And so because of that, I have to have some rudimentary idea of what the proportions are I'm going to be dealing with,
I
and what the
understand.
shapes are, and what the the gesture might be.
I get that.
Yeah, and so that much is necessary. Beyond that, I try to put basically no detail into the drawing, so that all of those creative inspiration kind of moments can happen in the clay as I work.
Indeed. Okay. Okay, I have some insight now on that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get that. I have yet to meet a sculptor who's working in physical clay who uses any digital early implements to digitally create something before going to the physical. I've yet to encounter that. I'm glad to see good old-fashioned pencil and paper still hold sway.
There's a program called Cinema 4D, and they totally, that's how I sculpt, is on the computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
see?
it's not messy, and I can push and pull, and I'm not wasting like actual material. But then you still have to print it, you know.
Yeah.
But the one thing I don't like about it is I can't get dirty.
Yeah.
I like that it's clean, but I also don't like that it's clean because you can't touch it with your fingers. Okay.
Yeah.
Something gained, something lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, before I ever touched a piece of clay, I was doing like light wave and Maya and ZBrush stuff, and I was doing all digital sculpture.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of did just the opposite of what every other sculptor I know did.
It's funny.
I started digital and then went traditional.
10 seconds left.
Oh, good, because I'm over this one. I did not. I failed myself.
Oh, no, it looks like you really are getting somewhere.
I was daydreaming, and then I don't know. I'm ready for the next.
We're getting live messages.
Very engaging.
You know.
It is. The way that we're presenting this in tonight's live cast is extraordinary, combining the green screen with...
That's pretty cool.
I'm getting messages right now on my phone saying it looks great.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
The head of New Artist Expo, who's a friend of mine, just texted and said, "This looks really great."
Hi,
Hey,
friend.
hey, that's Jure. That's Jure. New Artist Expo is competing with Deviant to have like a new public space for artists to have accounts and show their art. Well, you can.
I'm ready to add on to all the things.
That's great. Yeah, another opportunity to show your work.
What's that called?
Another
called
line of your email footer.
Yeah,
For signature.
I know, right?
it's called New Artist Expo.
New Artist Expo.
Yeah, it's for emerging artists.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, love. Do you want to do a quick accessory change? No?
What do you need?
Oh no, I was asking for taking a quick break before.
Oh, no, I was hoping to just jump into it.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it had started. I wasn't sure if you were. All right, cool. Okay, go back to.
Alright, put the spotlight on Matthew. No pressure now. Have a really good song this time.
Yeah. No pressure though.
Dreaming of your Transylvanian lover.
Yes, I'm gonna do my best not to suck right now.
The pressure.
Best.
That's my best impression of not sucking.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to art school, I loved figure drawing. That was like my favorite. And so I was doing figure drawing and I was learning anatomy and sculpting all at the same time. I thought that was a really good way to learn the body. And then I was like, what are the other schools doing? So I would art model for the other art schools as a way to like spy on them and see what they were learning.
That's clever, Satine. Does art modeling pay well? Does anybody in this room know? Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, regular art models, they'll make like $80 per 3-hour session.
That's very good.
And that's like beginning.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they can do several sessions per week.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, per day.
Per day?
They
Yeah.
go to different universities around Southern
Yes.
California.
Well, there's the universities, and then there's the all the studios.
Yeah.
So like Disney will hire out. I art modeled for Riot Games. That was really cool. You know, they're like, we need an elf. I'm like, I'm an elf. I'm an art model for you.
In high school, I was in the Ryman program.
What's that?
Herb Ryman was a Disney animator, and
Mhm.
so they have a high school thing. So every Wednesday, we go go to Disney Imaginarium and they have the best
What?
drawing models. You sit there for 5 hours every Wednesday, and our favorite model was this girl who had a 18-foot boa constrictor.
Oh
And
my.
she would do 40-minute poses and
Yeah.
just let the snake
Oh my God.
Move.
go all around her, and the snake, only once did the snake like leave her body. It would always just stay on her body.
That's
Because
really
she was warm.
cool.
It wants the
Oh,
warmth
yeah,
to be
that
around.
makes sense.
And the light, yeah.
Yeah.
And there were people that coming in with just like, they would be doing watercolors for 40 minutes.
Wow.
And all the, you just go around the room and it was, gray-haired animators all the way up to us high school kids and everyone in between, drawing and painting and all different oils and
Fascinating.
and watercolors.
I didn't know you took art
That
classes
sounds totally
Yeah.
amazing.
like that.
Over there on Flower Street.
So cool. Yeah, that's a great thing about Los Angeles. There are so many resources. We didn't have anything like that. We barely had an art department in our high school. We had Art 1, and then anything above Art 1 was you just make your own class. So we all we would come up with an idea and then we would draw each other. It was really cute because it was so quaint. That's the only word that I can think of.
Quaint.
Yeah.
It's
There was like
not
5
so
people
great
in the
at
class.
LAUSD either.
Huh?
It's not so great at LAUSD either, I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah, there are 2 art classes. There's art and AP art. And the teacher didn't teach anything and she was a bitch.
What?
It was terrible.
In this city?
Nope. But it's public school, so.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, Miss Curran. I remember you.
Oh,
Sucked.
giving you a
We all
shout
hated
out.
you.
Slander.
Oh,
Yeah.
how you like me now?
We just got a tweet from Justin Curran. I hope he's not related.
Not,
to the
well,
person
I
who
don't
just-
think she had kids.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin. You know who's awesome? Mr. King,
Nice.
the
There
US
will-
history teacher.
There will be a brief shadow passing across the sun for just a quick moment. That was the fastest.
Yeah.
That was the fastest eclipse ever. We found ourselves at the 5.5 minute mark in this amazing segment.
Oh, God. Love your fingers. Don't move your fingers.
Whatever you do, don't.
Okay, now I'm drawing your face. It's really weird because I can see your face, but you're sideways, so my brain is like, what do I do?
Do you find the tendency of some artists, a lot of people that draw the face first and then draw the head around the face, or do you go for the head shape first and then?
Yes, all of them. I guess it just depends. Usually I would do the head first, but I'm trying to do slightly different things right now.
I try to make sure that I always do the head first, but
Yeah.
I guess you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I mean, especially as poses naturally relax over the course of like a period of time.
Yeah.
Probably better not to get too detailed too quick.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't necessarily practice what I'm preaching.
Yeah, it's so much easier to give art advice than it is to make the art.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, a lot of the time when I'm teaching classes, I always say you always want to go from your biggest tools to your smallest tools.
Yeah.
So you always start with your hands, and then you switch to the biggest tools that you have, and then you work your way down until you're using tiny little needles to get the super fine details in. And while I'm teaching that to everyone, I always notice myself breaking those rules all the time.
Yeah, but you know the rules ahead of time, so you can break them.
I guess.
They have to learn the rules, and then they can break them.
I had a teacher say that exact thing. You have to
pretty much with anything you want to be a master at in life. Like the shortcuts, they're not good for you until you learn.
You know, people just aren't aware that Pablo Picasso was an A-level oil painter, when he was 13.
Yeah, like
He had already peaked at 13, so by the time he was 22, he could deconstruct the form because he had already mastered the classic technique.
yeah.
Or if anyone has read Bluebeard by Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh my God, that's where I got my name from.
Really?
Yeah, Sateen Duralux.
Oh, okay.
The paint
that's
that falls
awesome.
off the canvas.
Yeah. What?
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome. Yeah. But that scene, the scene where or not scene, I guess, because it's a book, but like the part where his wife is freaking out, basically calling him worthless.
Yeah.
And he just picks up a crayon or something and draws like a perfect, beautiful portrait of their 2 sleeping children on the paint on the wall, and it's just beautiful, and it like moves her to tears or something, and she says, well, why don't you do that? That's amazing. Why don't you do that? And he goes, it's just too fucking easy.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous, but awesome.
And it's kind of true, Like, I love drawing the toys, and I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it and doing vector art. Like, I could draw anything you want in vector art, but there's something really beautiful about, like, trying something different,
And more than
attempting.
it being like, oh, it's too easy, because, anyone that's looking at my drawing right now, probably understands that it's not at all easy. But it's not necessarily what moves you as an artist,
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily express something that's important to you.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you gotta learn technical skills. It's really important, even though it sucks doing all the repetition to get you there. You gotta learn the technical skills in everything.
Well said. We're in our final minute now. This is a life drawing exercise. Did I just knock something over? Oh, I hope I did.
I'm sure you're
It wouldn't be a live show if something crazy didn't fall down and go boom.
Well, as long as the hands are still in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
3 one pieces. Yay!
Wow.
Oh, my arm is starting to pulsate.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was great. Now we can take a break.
So a Curran texted tweeted after I made the shout out to my old AP art teacher.
Oh yes, yeah,
Apparently, he said someone, Justin Curran.
yes.
What is the tweet?
I don't know. I didn't.
Why are you talking about my mom?
If she has kids, I feel terrible for them.
Oh
She's
gosh.
a horrible woman.
Oh,
She was.
boom!
She's still alive. Yeah.
You have 1 minute to say your piece before we change the subject.
That's about all I have to say. But if you go to Pali, take U.S. History with Robert King. He's awesome. AP U.S. History teacher. He was total badass.
I like history. I don't think I appreciated it as much in high school as I do now.
I had a really good U.S. history teacher. He was super enthusiastic. I remember it was like the first week of school, and he like jumped up onto a table, like explaining something and like exclaiming it. And it was just like,
That's how you win at teaching. That's how you do it.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
He
Oh,
was a
it's
teacher.
lovely. That's your building. You're building, like,
Wow,
you did, like
yes.
the big brush, like the big strokes, and then started adding the details from there.
Oh yeah, that's great.
What time
Now,
is it?
well, we're here. It's only 8:20.
Okay, cool.
Do you believe how time is flying?
Oh God, my foot's
Wait,
asleep.
only 8:20?
Only 8:20. Wow.
Cool. What,
all
You have
right?
to go to the bathroom?
No, my foot's asleep.
Do a dance. If
Oh.
you
That's why I'm dancing.
Uh-huh.
Foot's asleep.
I like this. I think I
My
did
foot
it
is-
pretty good.
Now,
No,
be-
I think it's great. Yeah.
because I do too. Now, because the camera is trained over there to Matt, you might want to actually pass it to him. That way the
I want
camera.
them to guess.
You want them to guess? Let them just guess what you did. There we go. Ah, cool.
I thought the board was going to be a lot heavier than it is.
Yeah, it's a weird, deceptive board, isn't it?
What made you choose that over the regular clippy boards?
I hate those clippy things, man. Like, all I need is some tape. The clippy boards, like, the paper always ends up, like, falling out, and it's really awkward, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
And this is, like, feel it. It's, like, super light.
It's a great excuse to have an enormous rubber band, though.
Holy
true.
cows!
Is this teak?
This is.
It's teak. It's so lightweight. Wow.
Where
Yeah.
do you get
That's
a
great.
chunk of this
I
magic?
don't know. I just acquired things over the last 20 years.
That's so light.
I think I've had this probably since, like, high school or college.
What I love that I have, it's one of those clippy boards, but it's like this big. It's a little mini clippy board. Like when we were doing drawing at the Natural History Museum, like taking
Oh,
that
cool.
around.
And it doesn't put dents in all your papers?
Oh well, I don't
These
I don't actually use the clips.
Oh,
I just use it as a surface for my sketchbook.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see, it's the clips, like, you can't slide
I
it
don't
into the thing.
actually
It always
use-
catches on stuff.
I don't actually use the clips. Yeah, yeah.
And it hurts sometimes when you're trying to open the thing.
Yeah.
And it has that weird little thing that you flip around.
The
to get
slidey
leverage.
flipper.
The slidey
only-
flipper.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's a
what it's
technical
The
term.
only time that I use the clips is when I'm not drawing and it just is there to hold it in place while it's in the bag or being transported. I don't actually use the clips like while doing any sort of work or something. So yeah, actually that board, the lack of clips kind of makes sense. I get
Well, like the draw melt that I did before, I used the clippy boards,
yeah.
and it was just
Cumbersome in a
Yeah.
way.
That thing is so light. That is.
What did you say? What this was?
It's teak. The only possible wood that I can think it can be is teak because it's the lightest. It's a very lightweight wood, which was traditionally used in the 40s and 50s for model airplanes because the wood was so light. You know, if you want to build a little glider or a little plane that will actually fly, you're going to have to use teak.
I thought teak was like the super hard stuff.
Maybe
that
I'm
they used
wrong.
To make boats.
Is it similar
Really?
to balsa wood?
I thought. Well,
Balsa wood? Is that what I'm thinking? Maybe Matthew is correct.
Well, I
Maybe.
just don't know.
I'll do a quick.
We
I
have
like
the
that
power of the
you guys
internet.
just spouting
We have-
stuff off, hoping that one of them's a thing.
Yeah, let's
I
just keep
do-
saying
I-
stuff.
Why don't we
Balsa
ask
wood.
Twitter?
Until
Why don't we ask
something's
the
Hey,
people?
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's balsa. You're right.
Ha!
It wasn't
Balsa.
teak. It's balsa
right.
wood. A
How do
lightweight.
you spell
Yeah.
that?
B-A-L-S-A.
I'm gonna name it balsa.
Balsa.
Balsa. Trees native to Bolivia and southern Brazil.
So it's first or last name.
It's like share,
Oh,
one
okay.
word.
Yeah.
What is
Balsa.
Cher's last name?
Air. First name is.
Does Cher Cher had when it was Sunny and Cher, she had a last name, didn't she? Or
Maybe her
No.
middle
Sunny
initial is
Bono.
N,
And
and
Cher.
her last
And
name
Cher-
is Cher alike.
Wait, what?
Sorry, that was another day.
No, I missed it though.
The middle initial is N, and the last name is Cher alike.
And
Share and share alike.
I loved it.
That's
that was
funny.
really
It
good.
was pretty
How am
awful.
I still
No,
not-
that
wait,
I
was-
why
apologize
It's a
to
lingering
the internet
one.
for my dad
Don't,
jokes.
don't
it's
you
still
ever?
not even
Yeah.
clicking in my head. Wait, Cher
And-
Cher and Cher alike.
It's just an expression.
It's
It's an old, yeah.
It's an
Oh,
axiom.
Share and share
It
alike.
just makes me feel good after I got
Funny.
it. It's like one of those
Okay.
lingering.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Was
You
it
guys.
so when it was Sunny and Cher though? Was it Sunny had a last name but Cher
Bono.
didn't? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunny Bono.
What was he the mayor of? He was the mayor
Palm
of
Springs.
Palm
Really?
Springs.
Yes, Sonny Bono.
Really?
In this very later in life, he was the mayor of Palm Springs. That's
Yeah.
true. It's
Oh,
true.
that's post Reagan, right?
Yes, it
So
was.
Reagan was kind of the catalyst to a lot of these like actors making waves and
Yeah.
singers and actors.
Yeah.
And
And
Cher for mayor
Eastwood
of Palm
is
Springs
Malibu, right? Or at least
2016.
it was.
I'd
not
be down
Malibu.
I thought it was.
It's like, no, it's up north. It's where Monterey,
Really?
or maybe you're right. Maybe it is
Oh.
Mount.
Who's what of
Clint
Mel?
Eastwood.
Monterey? Oh, yes. Yeah, Clint Eastwood was the...
Carmel or something.
Carmel, yeah.
Carmel.
I forgot
Carmel.
I know.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you how to get there. I
He
can't
went into
remember
local
general.
politics and was elected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I still don't get why Sacramento is the capital, and there is nothing interesting there other than there's a medical history museum that's really cool, and there's Fairy Tale Town, but you can't get in without a child, so
Totally
I got
true.
to go out. I couldn't actually go into Fairy Tale Town.
I'm
but-
from there.
Excuse me, miss, can I borrow your child for a few hours?
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in.
Sacramento, I love my friends that still live there, but I don't
Yeah?
understand why they still live there. It's like
Wow.
this weird ghost town. Like there are things there. There's buildings and trees and humans, but then there's something missing. It's like, it's very chilling.
Even the medical
Yes.
museum, like we went in and it was like, does anyone actually work here? It's like I could just take all of these medical antiques and leave because
It's weird.
there's no one here. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if there was anyone actually working there, if the door was just unlocked. Like I know the museum was open. We just walked in and it was a really cool museum. but
Early in California's history, it's weird though, but early in California's history, Sacramento ended up being, the capital, but other states throughout their time frame have physically moved their capitals and the seat of government from one place to another to accommodate a more commercial infrastructure, a bigger town that has, and eventually that would be cool if Sacramento packed up and moved the capital here to LA. Then
Oh,
LA could be the
man.
capital of California.
You know, I think
That'd be cool.
it's strategically sound to keep the politics up there and the entertainment down here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
It's
could.
like
Bar
it's like
was-
a California
well-
like geographical mullet.
Yeah. Totally.
It just, but there isn't anything there. Like no,
There's a railroad museum.
I didn't go to the Railroad Museum.
It's cute.
Is it as cool as the medical history museum?
Don't we have a railroad something or other in Griffith Park here?
We
Really?
do.
There's a zoo.
Travel Town.
Travel Town.
Travel
alright.
Town.
Yeah.
And the Los Angeles steamers are there. They have all the old steam trains
But
that are
it's
there.
small, right?
Yeah,
The
it's a
little toy train?
it's a cute little thing.
No,
They
it's
have
full-size.
full-size
Really?
steam trains and everything.
Smells better than the Cleveland steamers.
Yes, thank you, Matt.
Isn't that like
Sorry.
a bad sex thing? Like
you
position
know what?
or
It's
Cleveland.
a
The Cleveland steamer?
this is what you get for not
I
being
wanna
down my
look that
bad
up.
jokes when
I
they start.
love it. Just keep
You're
bringing
so
it
bad.
on.
Escalate.
Wait,
You
are
guys
we
are so
asking
bad.
what a Cleveland steamer is?
Oh,
I'm a-
I don't think anybody needs to ask that
No,
question.
not tonight we don't.
Let's-
We're
let's
gonna
change
do a
topics.
20-minute.
Oh,
So we're
20
gonna do
minutes.
one more, and it's gonna be a 20-minute.
You've got me.
Shutting down the
And
Cleveland steamer.
Cleveland steamer.
Conversation, yes.
Just nipping that in the bud.
So if anyone's watching and you're drawing along with us, please post. I don't know. I guess
Another
post on
segment?
shop and
Tweet at us.
tweet at us.
Instagram at us.
Instagram, post to any one of us or all of us your drawings, because that'd be really cool to see. I was watching Saturday Night Live clips.
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking of right now?
I love that Hulu gives us your separate clips of SNL,
Yeah.
so you don't have to watch the whole damn show. Just
Exactly.
get the funny bits.
So I've got this one
Okay,
in
here
my
we go.
head. It's the
We've just begun our 20-minute countdown for this segment.
yes,
Here we go. What were you
the
saying?
NPR one segments. That's what I
Oh,
feel like here.
yes.
I'm like, okay, everything's love. It's really nice.
With
and
sweaty
lovely.
balls.
That's the one I watched.
That's
it
the
was the sweaty
one.
balls one. So
That's
good.
Oh wait, Matt, is this
What's
chair in your way? Is really
No, it's
You sure?
The one with Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
Yes, that was hilarious.
And they
One of the
kept
best.
a straight face the whole time. Not one of them broke. It was
They-
great.
They did a very good gradual build-up to the sweaty balls joke. They built
Yeah.
up. They took 3 or 4 minutes, and they were building up to it, building up. Hey, Shweddy, have you brought something for us to have today, Shweddy? I love that.
Are you good?
And
Okay.
they did another one for Weavers too.
What am I doing with my hand?
I want to let you settle in because it's going to be a long one. Sweaty balls.
So, Tina, are you changing pens through the night, or do you just have one pen?
I have one pen.
The pen to rule them all.
Yeah,
One
pretty
pen
much.
To find them.
I guess you started with that part.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to describe on a picture. Those are actually the size of corks.
Yes, those are actually bottle stoppers that I sculpted. I have some that we can look at live and in person here as well.
Excellent.
Gosh, maybe against the, I don't know how the lighting is here, but what kind of detail you can.
So did you carve those out of cork, or are those clay on cork?
No, these are resin castings of clay sculptures that have screws reverse set into them, and then they're affixed to the corks so that, if you have one of these, as the years go by, if the cork begins to deteriorate or disintegrate, you can just screw it off and get a fresh one and attach it and be good to go for another 20 years or however long a cork
amazing.
lasts.
That's excellent.
Do you actually use them as recork?
I do, yeah. When I'm feeling timid enough that I open up a wine bottle without actually finishing the bottle, this is absolutely what I use.
Artists always finish the bottle.
Yeah, I don't know how not to.
Yep.
And are those available for purchase?
Those are, yes, on in my web store.
Which they can get through your Patreon page.
Well, they
I'm
can.
sure that there are links to it on all of my social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if any of you folks watching right now would like to open up a little browser tab on the side, you can go to MatthewJLevin.com. I love the utility of those corks, the wine stoppers, and so beautifully made too.
Well, so much of what I do is just my own artistic flights of fancy. It's fun every once in a while to make something that serves an obvious purpose.
Uh-huh. For anybody just joining us live right now, you are watching Draw Melt, the second episode of its newest incarnation right here on Shop XSN. We have cosplay, a very romantic and lush gothic vampire, provided by our resident artist and model, Lauren. Lauren Ipsum is just knocking it out of the park with this very low draped and low cut, lovely crushed red velvet. And Matthew and Satine are here under moving on to 15 minutes left now in this segment to capture the life of the cosplayer right before our very eyes. Everyone at home, you are watching an organic moment of artistry, and I love it.
It's really funny because, we work all day and we're used to working in that certain way, but man, this feels really good just to be here drawing.
It's great.
And I always tend to have a really difficult time keeping up any kind of drawing practice, because I try to be really good about, working 9 hours a day on my sculptures.
Yeah.
And, as much as I enjoy drawing, it's extra difficult to convince yourself to sit down after you've been focusing on a lump of clay, for 9 straight hours or however long it is, to then whip out a sketchbook and make more art when it's so easy to just sit down on the couch and just drool.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
So it's really awesome to be able to come here the past few weeks and spend some time
With
just
friends.
diving into this with buddies, because what is
Yeah.
better with good company.
Well, we've wanted to hang out like this all year,
Yeah.
for at least 1 year, if not a year and a half or 2.
Yeah.
Like, we keep talking about meeting up, but then, all my stuff's in my house, and it's like I can't really pick up my stuff and move or you know, I'm in whatever rhythm I'm in. I'm like, okay, I want to do the thing, but you know, like it's hard to like break away. So I'm really happy you're here.
I'm really happy to be here. This is great.
And
I'm happy to be here as often as you want to invite me.
And I am #grateful to be invited to share this great time with you. Lauren, I have to wind back the clock. We were talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula and that classic Francis Ford Coppola take on the story. The lovely young actress Winona Ryder, right? She was in that.
Yes.
And
You know her?
my young cousin, Liesl Brunson, moved all the way from New Smyrna Beach, Florida, my hometown. One of the first jobs that she got was working as a photo double in Bram Stoker's Dracula to do all the shots that Winona Ryder wasn't able to do or wasn't willing to do.
Wow, that's super cool.
Yeah, so I'm suddenly reminded you'll have a striking resemblance to her, to Liesl. She's so lovely, and she had a very elfin and otherworldly quality about her as well, which was gorgeous. And I remember Liesl telling me, oh yeah, when they turned on that rain machine and had us running out in the garden, Winona wanted nothing to do with it. So I got into the dress, got into the wig, so she had to put on the whole outfit and do the running around, and the rain machine was cranking, and she caught her death of cold, but that's exactly what Winona wanted to avoid.
Yeah.
But that's the job of doing photo double work on a film.
Wow, that's really cool.
It is very cool.
How does the photo double work exactly?
Well, if you have enough of a physical likeness to someone, then, you know, another friend of ours does Johnny Depp impersonations. He works at all the big shows and big Comic-Con events, and he looks so much like Johnny Depp that, you know, Disney pulled him in to be on Pirates of the Caribbean, and he has to do everything that the actor would do that's, you know, limited to non-stunt work. You know what I mean? A photo double has to wear the same costume and adapt to the same physical mannerisms that an actor's trying to do, but they're usually just shot from behind. They'll do a B camera behind the actor, and it doesn't have to be the lead. They'll just let it be the stand-in. That was the old term they used, stand-in. Now they call it photo double or body double.
My uncle looks so much like Tony Stark.
I've seen those
What's his
pictures
name?
that you posted.
He does.
What's Robert Downey Jr. and he lives in Palm Springs, and people just call him Robert, and they pose with him, and he's like, I'm not, and they're like, oh, you're funny, and he just is relinquished to it. Every morning he gets his coffee at Starbucks, and they just write Robert on there, and he's like,
Really?
okay,
And he just writes Robert on there just to see if he can...
No, they do it.
They do?
Yeah, he's like, my name is Colin. And then they're like, no, it's not. You're Robert.
They really think he's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was looking at some behind the scenes for Ant-Man, and they had an older actor who was the photo double for Michael Douglas. As you know, he plays Hank Pym in the film.
Yeah, oh, he's excellent.
He's so wonderful. But the other guy, he looked just like him. He looked so much like Michael Douglas. And they put him in that little professorial jacket and those glasses and made him do the whole salt and pepper beard. He looked just like him. And if the filmmakers are doing their job well, you will never ever notice when a photo double has replaced the principal.
I'm
All right.
drawing your eyes now, so if you want to pick a spot.
9 minutes.
Let's get serious.
A question for you, Satine. When working in comic books or any format where you have to draw the same character over and over again, is consistency an issue sometimes?
Yeah.
Especially when you get specific distinguishing marks about a character always the same
Yeah, I have a
from
real
one
hard
panel
time.
to another?
I have a hard time with that. I'm trying to be better about it. Like
Is
my
it?
there's certain things, like my character has these power lines on her chest, and I'm trying to figure out, like, that one I can do, like her fingers and her wrist are good, but she's got these scars on her body.
Yeah.
And when I blink, like, oh, they go, this is something I dealt with today.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they go in this direction. And then, like, I did another page, like 3 pages later, and I was like, wait a minute,
Oh.
oh man, and then I realized, okay, I have to go and change 2 other pages and, like, really figure out. I mean, you're supposed to have a, like a sheet that has your character, but I never look at it.
This is
I really
fascinating.
should,
It's for
actually.
continuity.
Yeah.
That's the word they use in filmmaking, continuity.
That's right.
And yeah, continuity in comics. Well,
Because nerds will call that out.
they will.
Call you out.
Nerds will call it out. Remember Scott McCloud teaching us everything in understanding comics?
Oh, I have both of his books.
Yeah, me too. I love it when you think of sequential art in that way.
Yeah.
And I guess continuity is also really part of the task of creating that world, that visual language.
It's not easy. Like, painting is so much different than doing sequential art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sequential art is for crazy people. No one told me how hard it was going to be, and it is incredibly hard, but satisfying. It's like I get to make a movie. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And all the research I did was all like movie research. I have all these books on how to, like, directing and writing and lighting, storyboarding. It's like you have to know all of the things. Your hair's so tame today. Like, what? It's funny. I never see it so tame. But you have to play all the parts. It's a big job being a comic artist.
It is.
People pick up the books, they read it, and then they toss it aside, and it's like, it's probably one of the harder mediums to make. In my opinion. I miss, like, instant gratification of just doing painting. I do commissions also. So it's every once in a while I get to do something quick.
Every one of you out there could have your own original Sateen Phoenix piece of artwork.
The most recent commission I just got was for a self-portrait.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. I was like, that's really interesting.
In any particular kind of way, or like did they have an idea for any of it?
No, they wanted me to do exactly what I want to do. Yeah. I'm like, that's really flattering. And also fun, because I mean, for me, like, I'm always there. I'm a really good model for myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to change something up, that's why I'm the character in my comic. And I totally use the mirror every day doing that stupid comic. I'm really happy with this piece.
It's looking awesome.
You're awesome.
I did one and didn't like it, so I'm doing another, and it's looking very strange.
I did one and didn't
cool.
like it.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
It's crazy.
Ooh, that is wicked cool.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get our cameraman in here to show everybody what we've got.
Yeah, this is the cool thing about 20-minute poses is you can keep going on one, or you have time to develop more than one. Oh yeah, this is what the drawing that I've been wanting to do all day.
There you go. There you go.
nice when it fits.
You got through all those good warm-ups.
Yeah.
And we have 3 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. XSN, I think, is doing something quite groundbreaking tonight. We're showing everyone in the live audience and allowing them to be a fly on the wall inside our private studio, our newly built private studio here at Meltdown Comics. And by using the green screen imagery, we can show you the perspective of what the artist is seeing and what she's doing at the moment. Joining us tonight, very talented sculptor and artist, Matthew J. Levin. That's MatthewJLevin.com. And also Satine Phoenix, whom we're watching right now, putting the finishing touches as we come down to our last 2 minutes. We're going to have a word about where people at home might be able to get 10% off signed prints that you have, but we'll get to that in a moment. Lauren, this is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. She wore red velvet.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow. I was just going to say that.
I like our duo. It's nice. Duet.
You have to come with us to do karaoke sometime at the Crazy Leather Bar
Oh
in
my
North Hollywood.
God,
It's
that
hell.
sounds
There's a
amazing.
crazy leather bar.
There's a Crazy Leather Bar in North
It's
Hollywood.
the same leather bar.
Yeah.
As opposed to the
'Cause I know all about the sane leather bar.
the sane
But I
ones.
want to
Yeah.
hear more about this crazy leather.
It's Crazy Leather Bar in North Hollywood, where they have a dirty karaoke every Monday night, and the host of the karaoke will, from time to time, do a little spanking demonstration or whatever. It's
Oh,
really
that's
fun.
wonderful.
Really fun. When
That
you-
sounds so much fun.
while you're trying to sing, it's easy to get distracted by the cheap booze and the surroundings.
Where is this at?
It's at the border between North Hollywood and Burbank, right where Cahuenga Boulevard
What
meets
a weird area.
at Cahuenga and Burbank, literally at Cahuenga and Burbank Boulevard.
Oh, really?
It's called the
Wait.
Bullet.
Is that where they do
called
porn
the
star
Boy
Cahuenga and
karaoke?
Burbank. That's
Mhm.
there's a car wash and then Silpack is right there.
Yep.
That's where
That's
I
right.
buy my resin.
That's right. That's right. Well, you
That's
guys
hilarious.
are on point tonight. I love it.
Oh, I don't want to touch this anymore. I think I'm
Then
done.
stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Oh,
Sign.
nice. So nice.
Give it a 2-minute signature.
20
Yep.
minus 2.
7 seconds, folks.
7-second signature.
Bam. Oh, I love you and your face.
Really lovely, guys.
That was great.
That is. This is so great.
Yeah.
This is super, super
And
awesome
This
looking.
is
Oh my
how to
God.
get Lauren Ipsum to sit still.
And shut up. Oh my God, it's
Shut
true.
We figured it out.
Yeah, but good things happen from it. Wow.
That's awesome.
Got a little bit of blood on my hand. Fake blood.
Red
my
dye number
God.
9.
It's funny when like you do something that like it doesn't look like your art, it looks like someone else's art.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Look
Take a
at
look
this over
that.
here.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
I'm gonna put it in front of the camera.
that's amazing.
Yes, let's show
I
the,
gave it
the
like
other
a-
world.
That's
Some
so
some
badass.
sort of weird death mask thing.
So
on
it
the-
started
on the
off
Oh my
on the
God.
right.
Yeah, this is what I started with, and then I hated it.
It's stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like
Epic.
fucking rad.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I look like on the inside.
Jimmy.
My gremlin soul.
The acid trip version.
That is really
Yes.
cool. Now I want to see you sculpt it. It looks like it's gonna be born out of
Oh my
here.
God.
Wait, watch this.
That's the true gremlin me.
Mm. Oh, we have one of these amazing. Oh, what?
So it's like you got the hand coming out there and it's like we're doing
You
But
released
see?
my
This is
true
fantastic.
self.
10 to 9. Do you guys want to do one more pose, or
Is this?
that
We
great?
should wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this is.
It is
That's pretty
super.
crazy.
So there's
Super
20 minutes
great.
in these two.
That looks like just like Cliff.
Yes. Yes. That's me without my.
Without your hat.
Well, yeah, without my hat
Yeah.
Yay!
and without my breakfast in the morning.
God, that was so satisfying.
Well, yeah, look what you did.
It's so good.
Yeah.
This is really lovely.
I want to see you use one of my brushes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just like.
Want to do a quickie?
Sure.
I'm telling you, Satine, this here is like House of Chanel. It is ready
Yeah.
for the
She's
atelier.
ready to
You
go.
are ready to put the fabric on.
That's
The-
right.
the-
Kyoki, is that what they call them? Or
Yeah, this is great.
is it Kyoki?
A Kiyoki?
Or
You mean the
like-
fabric mannequin, the dress mannequin?
No, it's like the paper, like the drawing.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my fashion friend from like college. I can't remember what she called Kuroi or I don't remember. I'm making shit up right now. Kyo. Is there a name for it?
I don't
The
know.
drawing.
It's not ringing a bell in my poor.
What do they call it
The drawing of the style
when they do the drawing of the clothes?
of the clothing. In Japan,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Do you want just straight face?
Oh, we're gonna do a quickie 2-minute.
I mean, do you want standing, sitting?
Oh,
Sitting's fine.
do they know that? I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna do one more 2-minute draw. Okay. Let me do this.
And so we're
slide.
switching
Last looks.
tools.
Yes, we have.
Last
we have
look.
switched tools.
Oh, I think I turned it the other way around. Sorry.
Talk to me, Matt. What are we switching to?
I now have the brush pen that Satine's been using, and she has the ridiculous space pen that I've been using.
I think I'm gonna have to use the dry end,
The
the dry
space pen.
side.
Okay.
Space pen.
Yep.
Okay,
Fisher
I'm gonna
space pen,
draw.
it'll
What?
Draw upside down and stuff.
Okay.
What?
Yep. They took it to space. It's a space pen.
Okay, I'm gonna draw like Matt.
Upside down?
Oh, this is kind of fun.
We should tape you to the ceiling and then make you draw upside down.
That would make me dizzy. I do have a yoga swing at home.
I do have an inversion table.
What?
I mean,
Here?
maybe next week.
I would do it.
Right.
I'll do anything for the camera.
Upside down.
No, I really like I like my yoga swing because I pretend it's an inversion thing and I hang from my hips on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Satine, how quickly you adopt a different style of with a different instrument.
It's fun.
You were very fun. Look at that.
Matt's lines are very confident.
Yes.
I'm just trying to invent a way to handle this this new stuff.
Yes.
Too much ink for you?
No, it's totally different to be brushing with liquid instead of a real hard rollerball pen. It's completely different.
Yeah, it feels different.
Next week on Draw Melt, we should probably start talking about some of our favorite films that talk about art or artists.
I love that, but we won't be back till January, like
That's right.
second week of January.
Oh,
Save it up.
We'll save
Yeah.
that up. We'll talk about, Pollock, the Pollock film. We'll talk about Camille Claudel.
I had
Yeah,
the
Basquiat.
I
We'll
had
talk
the
about Basquiat.
Basquiat movie for years before I watched it, and I felt like a
Yes.
dork.
David Bowie plays Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that whole thing.
Boom. 2
I
minutes.
fixated, but that was nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Look how good that is.
Yeah, it's
I like
super
your
cool,
pen.
guys.
Oh, look at yours.
Look at that. That's
Oh,
awesome.
That's so cool.
Check this out, everybody.
It's over
Oh,
under
the
us
camera's
here.
over there on Matt.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
that's
so
great.
I did that.
Oh, that is so cool.
It
you need to
is.
get one.
It's
You do.
so evocative.
Yeah, but look how good this is. You obviously need
I
to get a space pen.
invoked you. What's the term?
Invoked.
Invoked. I like the space pen.
You definitely.
Aw. Yeah. Wow. These
Look.
are wonderful. I'm so happy.
Me too. These are extraordinary.
I feel like I'm just gonna knock these over and break the fingers.
Oh.
So, show them to the camera. One more time. Yeah, it feels like it's somebody else's drawing. It's weird. So thanks guys for watching us draw on Draw Melt. Like, yeah, we're really excited to be doing this again.
Oh, that looks really fantastic.
Yay!
Yeah, this is really, really good. We're here on Tuesdays, but we're going to take a little holiday break.
Yeah.
Right?
So beautiful.
But
We
every
have,
Tuesday.
you know, 3 minutes to finish our hour. Let's say goodnight to everybody. Let's remind everybody, just real quick, in case you've come in at the tail end of all of this, we've been enjoying a solid artistic experience with Matthew and Satine together here on the artist couch. With
Yeah, I
Lauren,
think he's going to be here for quite
Yeah.
a few sessions.
Good.
the lovely, lovely, lovely people, and Lauren Ibsen, artist and extraordinary cosplayer, has brought this elegance to this whole affair.
I can be the
While the
Ellen
artists
Davies
are-
to your Stephen Fry.
Yes.
Oh, hello, good reference.
I like it.
That's funny. That's
I'm
very
in.
funny.
I'm sold.
That looks so good.
I
And
really like drawing like that. It's fun. It's a little like, whoa.
yeah,
Slippery drawing.
Slippery drawing.
our evening started off with very quick 1-minute exercises, and then we moved to larger increments of time to give the artists a chance to, you know, just flex their muscles and get new lines and new symmetries in the quick sketch style. Now, what we have at the end of the evening, we actually do have some signed prints, and you want to give a shout out to Satine Phoenix on her Twitter and say, hey, I really like this little thing that you got there on the Draw Melt. Is that for sale? And she'll say, yes, it is.
Yeah, and go ahead and email me, satine@newpraetorians.com, and I will let you. We'll have a conversation about these, but they're $15 each if you would like to purchase them.
They're beautiful.
Do we still have the other
Really
ones
cool.
up on ShopXN?
I don't know, do we?
We will.
We will. We will have a bunch of stuff,
We will. We'll have even more.
and these will be archived too. The show will be archived, correct?
Yes, it will be. So we can see past versions of Draw Melt and, of course, exciting upcoming future installments of Draw Melt 2.0, which is brought to you and powered by Shop XSN, right here live in the heart of all geekdom at 7522 Sunset Boulevard. That's where you find Meltdown Comics.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this strange, quiet voice you've been hearing in the background has been your host with the most, Beetlejuice.
You are so mysterious right now.
I'm quite mysterious.
Oh my
but
goodness.
this is-
What happened? What happened to Lauren?
You destroyed me!
Ah, there she goes. Ah, hey, there she is.
Oh, there she's gone again.
Folks, this is day 23 or day 24 of XSN. I believe Omar said this was day 23. Didn't he say? So, really great to have you guys. Welcome aboard. She's back again.
And she's gone.
We're going to have much more for you as we do more live segments, bringing you great geek merchandise, exclusive works of art, and interviews with very creative, talented people. We'll bring more to you guys tomorrow. Watch right here on shopxsn.com. In the meantime, stay safe, get home warm and dry. Buenas noches y buena suerte. Good night and good luck.